Oh, hello there. Welcome back to another fabulous show here on Crafters TV. It is, can you guess what show it is? Can you guess what show it is? Yes, it is, of course, the Craft House. And it is that one chance of the week where we welcome in two of our crafty friends, really. Of course, I'm going to be joined yet again in the studio by my friend, the lovely Debbie. How are you, Debbie? It's our second show together today.
It is indeed. I've got my coffee here already. Joe, what a quick turnaround that is. Whew. I've managed to get me dinner inside, and I've had a nibble of our lovely Bernie's flapjack. Only a nibble, she says, and managed to lose my specs as well, Joe.
Oh no!
I mean, how was that possible?
Where were they?
In my pocket. But
oh,
I can't help it.
It's going to be another one of those shows, Debbie, isn't
No,
it?
we're going to have a cracking show, Joe, and shall I tell you why? It's my favourite show of the week. I love Craft House.
Why is it your favourite show? Why your favourite show of the week?
I just think Saturday afternoon we get to meet a special guest, what I'm really excited about. So I'm really super excited about this one. We've got some fabulous products as well, but it's a really nice chilled vibe. It's a lovely afternoon. Well, it's a bit dreary and drab outside up here north, but it's a lovely afternoon. Or morning. Is it morning? I'm trying to have a nosy on clocks.
It's definitely afternoon because it's 4 p.m, Debbie. Right, it might be dreary outside, it might be dull, it might be grey, but it's always sunny in the craft room, isn't that right? So, yes, this is the Craft House. Now, we're going to be speaking to one of our fabulous crafters, but what we also got is some fabulous products available for you on the show as well. So, we are going to be looking at a recent launch. It is the Butterfly Alphabet that we're looking at. So, what you've got is two different fonts of alphabet within here. So, you've got the capitals there, which is wonderful, the uppercase. You've also got the lowercase coming in this collection as well. You're then getting also the numbers included in here too. So you're also going to be able to do all of those fabulous milestone birthdays we will be able to take care of with this collection. What you're also getting in there as well is you're then going to get a couple of stamp sets which are going to allow you to create a full project out of this, which is fantastic. So you're going to get all of that in there. Now, you've got a great saving on this collection as well. You can use your Club Inspire discount too. So Club Inspire members in the UK, you'd get another £22 off of this. You'd also get $28 off of this if you went for it in the US as well. Now, also remember, you're going to get 250 bonus points when you buy the Butterfly Alphabet collection, which is pretty awesome, if I say so myself. So that's available for you on the show. Now, I've heard my producer Johnny's in the hot seat today. Adam's punching the numbers as well, doing the cameras for us next door. And Johnny's just told me it's already busy. A lot of you have gone for the Butterfly Alphabet since the deal went live yesterday on our website. So very, very busy there. Now, another super popular item that we've got back again by popular demand is our alphabets. Now, this is our balloon alphabet that you've got here. So it's a bit like the theme is alphabet through this show. So this is your balloon alphabet. Now, these are dies and stamps that you've got here, so you can stamp that word in. These look beautiful when they're stamped with the pigment inks and then embossed for that faux enameling feel. So you're going to get the alphabets. You're then going to get all the numbers that you'll need and the ordinals too, and a lot of embellishing stamps and dies in there. And then what you've got is this set just here. Now, this set, what this does, it gives you sort of all the finishing touches that you need to create a full finished project. So you've got the balloons in there, you've got shapes, you've got sentiments, you've got a little bit of everything in there. Now, you've got a great saving. I feel like this is a much better price than when we launched it. I'm not sure why. I don't recall ever seeing it this low. £52 in the UK, $82 sorry, if you're in the US. That is a really great deal. There's 126 elements within there for you. So make sure you snap that one up. We've been thinking about it for a while. It is available right now. It is in stock and it is ready to go. Now, loads of you already chatting away with us on Facebook. If you've got any questions as we go through. And do you know what else I'll say? How would you fancy being one of our guests on the Craft House? We can make that happen. Producer Johnny, he's looking for someone the week after next, actually. What you can do is, if you want to be in the Craft House, you can email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. See it just along the bottom of the screen here. Studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, and Johnny will get back to you, which is great. Loads of you already saying hello. Joyce is in from North Carolina. Hey Brailsy saying hello from Liverpool. Gina's in Hawaii. Lisa from Texas. Amanda in Cheshire, and Shannon in Indiana. Everyone is tuned in today. Carlene wants to know how the flapjacks were. Debbie, how was your flapjack?
Oh, it was delicious. And I know our Bernie's in the building, and they've come hot-footed, wait a minute, hot-footed, yes, hot-footed, from wherever she lives, I forgot. But, thank you. Shildon, is that how you say it?
Shildon, yeah.
Shildon, that sounds better. Because we're in Chiltern, aren't we? As in,
not now, we're not. No, we're in
Purple
Newton
Palace.
Aycliffe
The Purple
now.
Palace is in Chiltern. That's what I'm meaning. We're
is,
not
yeah.
here. We're here at Newton Aycliffe. But yeah, absolutely delicious. They were gorgeous.
They were absolutely divine. Yeah, they were absolutely yummy. Right, that's not everything that's coming up on the show. There's even more stuff over on the website. And what I'd always urge you to do is pop yourself over to the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, and see absolutely everything that we've got coming up on the show for you. I'm going to tickle your taste buds and give you a little soupçon of all the stuff that's over there. First up, we've got some awesome double-sided box dies for you. Now, this is the square and the hexagon that you've got here. It's a 10-piece collection for you, £45 or $58 if you want to go for that one right there. There's another option for you as well. The other option that you've got is your triangle and rectangle, and this one, £45 or $58 is your price for that. Oh, never guess what's back in stock. Well, you will guess because I'm about to tell you. The Gemini Mini, $29.99, $44.95. It was out of stock for such a long time, but it's back. It is ready to go. And it's perfect actually for your schmetterlings or for your balloon alphabets as well. Now, you might want to stock up on some adhesives. We've got a great adhesive collection for you on the show today. We have got the all-purpose, we've got the tacky glue, we've got the chunky glue, and we have got both sets of tape pens available for you as well. How awesome is that? $17.50 or $29.
And look what else we've got, Joe. I can't believe we've got the gorgeous Harmony Quick Dry ink pads on as well. And each one of them individually $4.99 or any three for $2. And there is a plethora of different colours on there as well. So Joe, shall I show you some samples? Can I show a few samples? Please. So I absolutely adore butterflies. Anybody who knows me knows I love my butterflies. Now this set is an incredible set that we've got. We've got uppercase for you. We've got lowercase for you. We've got a set of numbers for you. And then a set of absolutely amazing stamps that coordinate beautifully together and work really, really fabulous with that alphabet. It means that you can now personalize whatever you want to say, but you've got that beautiful butterfly design that's it's almost encapsulated within there, because it is literally in that die, and then the wings lift out, and then the set of stamps that coordinate as well. So let me show you what I mean by that. We've got some amazing samples from the design team, but you can see how beautiful. You can spell whatever you want to spell. Hope, love that one.
Just keep it clean is what I say.
Oh yes, keep it clean, Joe, keep it clean. Home, you can go Mr. and Mrs. if you want to go as well, or in this modern day that we're living in, it could be Mr. and Mrs. or Mrs. and Mrs. as well. Now we've got I love that one, Joe. That's taking the uppercase, the lowercase, and the numbers, putting it all together to make something quite a little bit unusual. And I just think these are fabulous for any style kind of card making, home decor, things like your scrapbooking, anything you want to use these to. If you've got a word to say, you're going to be able to use it using these beautiful butterflies. I'll show you some more samples later, Joe, because I know I'm dying for you all to meet our lovely guest that's on today.
Oh, absolutely. We are loads of people really excited. Laurie says, Joe, he looks so comfy on the couch. I tell you what, I'm snuggled. I wouldn't mind a little quilt. Maybe Bernie's next door on Create and Craft. Maybe she could put a little lap quilt through for me, maybe. That would be the only way I could get a little bit more snuggly today. Kay says, yay, good to see you, Joe and Debbie. Your hair looks fantastic today. Loving the colour, very vibrant. just like you. I think Kay's talking about your hair, not mine, Debbie. I could be wrong, but I think it's your hair that she's talking about. Dots Dashes Doodle and Dreams on YouTube says, adore the box ties. I was lucky enough to work with them when they were launched. Who else is here today as well? Lots of people excited about all the products coming out. Eleanor says, I love the balloon dies. I was introduced to the whole lot of the balloons from the subscription box. I'll tell you, I fell in love with them. Then they came out with the alphabets. I love how really like balloons they look. They really do. Any questions that you've got? In fact, you know what? I reckon some of you might even have your hands on the butterfly alphabet at the moment. Pop us pictures if you've been making things. I know that some of you have definitely got your hands on the balloon alphabets, and I'd love to see what you've been making with those as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into for us. Right, it is that time. Without further ado, we are going to meet this week's Craft House guest, and I am very pleased to say it is the lovely Linda from London. Linda, how are you?
I'm very well, Joe. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really good, thanks. So glad that we could get you on the show today, because I know you're a big fan of all things Crafters Companion. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have been on the design team now for about 5 years, and I just love the products. In fact, those balloon dies are going in my basket very soon.
Oh, awesome. They are really lovely. Now, you're in London. Whereabouts in London are you, Linda?
I'm actually just outside. I'm North Kent. I'm in Crayford.
Oh, nice. I used to live just over the water from there in Canvey Island. Not so far away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
just
not far.
Just the other side of the bridge. So how long have you been crafting then, Linda? How was it that what got you started?
I've actually been crafting since I was probably knee-high to a newt. My mum started me off baking and sewing and knitting, and then about probably 20 years ago I got into paper craft and not stopped since.
Awesome. And can you remember what the first Crafters Companion product was that you ever got your hands on?
Oh, probably a Christmas one. I think it was a Christmas release.
Right, and then you were just hooked then?
Absolutely. It's such good quality, and it's long lasting as well, and it won't go out of date. So once you've got the product, it will last forever.
Awesome. Now I know you've had a play with these butterfly alphabets.
I have.
Butterflies are like. Will they ever not be popular, butterflies? It feels like they've been like the crafty trend of forever, and they're just universally popular, is what I seem to be led to believe.
I don't know anybody that wouldn't like a butterfly. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they really are gorgeous. So I hear that you've been crafting with some of these this butterfly alphabet. Did you fancy showing us some of the things that you've been creating?
Of course.
Brilliant.
I had to put my name up, of course.
Oh, of course. You got your name in butterflies.
I have. And then, of course, I can't have my name without your name.
Oh, and rainbows as well.
Absolutely. Especially for you, Joe. I'll put it in the post to you.
That is awesome. I feel like you've really captured me there. Schmetterlings and rainbows. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love that. It's fabulous.
And those stamps are absolutely fabulous. I've created this one in the background as well, using the quick dry inks.
Oh, that's the stamps that come with the set, is it?
That's right, yeah. I've double stamped it in 2 different colours of the quick dry, and then I coloured the butterflies with the tints, the aqua tints. I love it.
It almost looks like a honeycomb almost or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's absolutely beautiful. I do love that.
Of course, it's so versatile that you can even make little boxes, and this one says baby.
Oh, beautiful. Now, I can see someone else in the studio, Debbie, is nodding away with encouragement. Isn't it all gorgeous, Debbie?
Absolutely beautiful. But then Linda knows what I think of her work. She is an amazing crafter who makes some beautiful samples for us on the design team. We're very lucky to have her on the design team because she's uber talented. And I know how much I'm looking forward to this show. And I know how much your guys are going to love what Linda creates.
I'm blushing.
Linda. I just realised I can see you. I'm like miles away. Hello.
You two could be sisters almost. Look, you've got, the haircut is very similar. You've both got very similar glasses as well.
Yes, we have. Yes, yep, definitely, absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't
Crafty
been
sisters.
out my coloured yet, so and mine's gone incredibly long.
I've chopped all mine off. I took it off. I thought it's got to go. It's got to go. After all that lockdown growth, no, it's got to go.
Right, so Linda, I believe we're going to set you off. You're going to have a bit of a craft along with us this afternoon. Is that
Absolutely.
correct? Awesome. Well, that'll be fun. I tell you what then, what we'll do is we'll periodically drop in on you if that's all right. Not unannounced, so we'll give you a bit of warning before you come back. It's just us just bursting into your craft room all of a sudden, unannounced. It's not what you need on a Saturday afternoon. So we'll set you off and we'll come back to you very shortly if that's all right.
Cool.
Awesome. Right, getting very busy in the show already. Christine says, hi from Manchester. My butterfly alphabet dies came yesterday and they are fabulous. Christine, where in Manchester are you? Because we might be neighbours soon because I'm just about to move back to Manchester. You never know. Shannon says, how about dragonflies? Those would be pretty. Absolutely, they would. Lorna Jane says, wow, they all look fabulous. And Monica says, Linda is very talented. Her work is just beautiful. I have to agree, 100%. Very busy. I'm going to leave the details on the screen of the Gemini Butterfly Alphabet and Numbers die collection. Remember, you're getting the uppercase, the lowercase, all of the numbers, and you're getting those stamps that are going to enable you to create a full project as well. I keep dropping everything, so let's hope I can stop doing that as we go through the show. Over to you, Debbie, whilst I scramble around on the floor, picking everything up over here.
You're all right asking me not to drop anything. Did you see the show earlier? Oh, dearie me. Now let's get on to one of my favourite products that we have done this year. And this is that Alphabet Butterfly die set. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it because it's a big, bold alphabet. We've got the uppercase, we've got the lowercase. I'm just going to show you a few so you can see what I actually get in. So on the uppercase, now I know you can see a few missing, but that's because I'm going to be spelling something out in a moment. I've got it all ready. But you've got the full alphabet, including an ampersand, which I think is very useful when you're spelling out different letters or words that you want to say. But they come in two parts. So the two-part means that you've got that lovely die there that creates that beautiful base. And I say a base, it's a matte base. But then you have the decorative element as well. So it's almost like a twofer for the price of one, Joe, because that cuts out a solid word, letter. Debbie, get your words right. And then you've also got that other piece that cuts out and that beautiful butterfly that's encapsulated within that alphabet as well. And I just think it's absolutely fabulous. They are so easy to use. It's just a question, Joe, of what do you want to say and how you want to say it. So I thought I'm going to start with a really big card, and I'm going to start with something that I think everybody should do. And it's a nice card that we could do. Shall I show you?
Yes,
Shall
please,
I show
love to see
you?
it.
We're going to make a nice
smile.
Yeah, a nice big smile, Joe.
You make me smile, Debbie.
You make me smile, which is why I've done this one. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. And again, very simple to make. And again, a nice easy card base that I'll show you in a moment. But first things first, let's get cracking and show you how easy these are to work. Now, I'm using my Gemini Junior, but these are going to fit through the Mini perfectly, and I am going to show you exactly how that works, Joe, as we go along. But first things first, I'm going to pop on here, and now you can see they're really, talk about big. Look how big these are, Joe. How incredibly big are all of these. Let's see if I can get all of these onto this.
So has every single letter and number got a butterfly in it?
Absolutely. Every single one has got a butterfly encapsulated in. Let's move that there so I can get them all on that one plate. Just need a bit of tape. What did you do with your tape, Debbie? Had a little bit of a break in between, haven't we, Joe? And I'm like, what have I done with my tape?
The problem is, though,
I'll put it down somewhere.
The thing is, though, Debbie, now because this is the second show, we're going to really struggle to blame anyone else. So
no, I know, I can't.
At this point, I just say, well, we'll just blame Sarah. Sarah's always the easiest one to blame, isn't she? Because she's the boss, and no one's going to tell her off, which is brilliant.
I heard Craig yesterday. I heard him. I was watching, blaming me for a die not being cleaned out, and I'm like, excuse me, I've never even used it.
Was it Craig blamed you?
It was Craig blaming me when
Thursday.
really, it was Craig who should have been blaming himself. That's all I'm going to say. Craig. I know he's in Scotland.
It's like EastEnders in here today. I love it. What's the duff going to be today? Who knows? Stay tuned and find out.
I thought I had my own duff going off then. I'm dropping things again, Joe. He said, tell you not to come to me. It does catch. It absolutely does catch. So let me just move that for a second and then we'll peel off all this tape so you can see just how quick and easy these are to make up. So I've got my E outline there, that's that one. We've got my I, oops, right way around, Debbie, right way around. Then we've got the S and M and L. Ooh, I don't know what I was spelling out there. Let me just make sure I get that right. Let me chuck those away. There we go. So we're going to have M. We're going to have S. There we go. And then we're going to have as L. Now, even there, you can see, Joe, how that spells that out perfectly.
You can indeed.
However, we've got the rest to make as well. So we've got now the inner part. So again, let's bring back in the plate. Let's bring in some cardstock, and I'll use a couple of pieces this time. I've got white stamping card, very, very versatile stamping card it is. I use it ever such a lot, although Debbie did not. That's better. Let's get that on there. On there. On there. And these are all the inner ones, Joe, now. So we're going to
So are these going to cut out again, or they're just
Absolutely.
going to cut in?
So they're going to cut another separate letter.
Oh, so they both cut out?
Yes, they
Awesome.
do. Yes, they do. And that is what the beautiful part of this is. So if you saw Craig, he's been sharing it on social media, his beautiful home decor piece that he did with his home. And he used it quite nice and clean and simple, but it looked very, very effective. But again, you could use those on their own if you wanted to, Joe. You can just use those inner parts on their own, and they'll work just as well on their own as they would when you get that beautiful effect when you use both together. So I'm just going to bring those through, and then I'll show you those coordinating stamps that I think really make this collection stand out. They really do.
Michelle Parsons says, this alphabet collection is really pretty, but I'm on the fence, Debbie, about how much I would use it. Decisions. I
Do
think
you
you'd get
know
a lot
what
of use out
though?
of it,
How
don't you?
many times would you use it when you want to personalise something? So do you know if you've got those unusual names? I don't know if you caught the launch show that I did earlier on the week. My granddaughter's got a really unusual name that you cannot get it
Whose
anywhere.
granddaughter?
My granddaughter.
Oh, right.
Her name's Sapphire, and it's a very unusual name that you couldn't spell out. That you couldn't buy anywhere. Sorry, not couldn't spell out.
Maybe you
couldn't
just
spell
got
out.
an unusual spelling. Like Leanne's
Yeah.
got quite an unusual spelling
Yes,
of her.
she has.
She's Leann, isn't she? Which
She's
is not, it's not-
Leann. Yes, that's right.
Which is not a way of spelling it that I was familiar with. So maybe it's that.
Absolutely. But think of all the ways that you could use it. What about your home decor projects? Do you make home decor? Do you make things to sell as well? Are there things that you sell? Do you know, there's lots and lots of things that you can do with these, and I think that that's fabulous. Even if you just wanted to keep it very, do you know, I say very simple, where you just, I mean, look at that already, looking fabulous. But if you wanted to just use an initial on a box like our Linda showed right back at the beginning, that's exactly what you could do. Now I'm going to bring in now, if I don't drop any more things on the floor,
I think
Joe.
we need to have a little counter going. How many things myself and Debbie got over the course of the next hour and 38 minutes? I think there's going to be a lot. I'm going to go with about
Absolutely.
44.
Well, maybe more. Let's just start now. We've got a couple of stamp sets that coordinate beautifully. Now, if I just hold these up for a second, see if we can get those into shot that you can see them. And I hope you can see them clearly enough. But you've got a nice set of stamps. There's some butterflies on there. We've got a honeycomb. We've got like a paint strip, so like a splash strip going down there as well. And then on this side, we've got a beautiful, lovely design there. Almost floral, circle florals on there. Bit of Argyle. Wait a minute, is that Argyle? Argyle? I'm trying to think of that one
Argyle,
now. Some
I
nice,
think so.
beautiful flowers on there, some leaves and some butterflies. Now, these butterflies, Joe, have been designed to work in the butterflies.
Well, Anne's asking in the comments, I know there are stamps for the butterfly details, but how did you make them yellow, Debbie?
How did I make them yellow?
Yellow,
I'm going to
yeah.
show you in a minute.
Oh,
absolutely. Let
stay
me show
tuned,
you.
Anne.
Oh, yes. Now, I'm just trying to find my black ink, Joe.
Did I tell you, Karen says, Karen Carter, not my mum Karen, because she's also called Karen. Joe, tell Debbie she's looking amazing.
Oh,
Isn't she
thank you
just?
very much. Thank you very much. Even if I did have a smidgen of our lovely Bernie's gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, flapjack. Yeah, I'm on a bit of an elf kick going off at the moment. If for those of you who don't know, I'm trying to lose a bit of weight, like we always do. But I'm just trying to lose a bit of weight.
I'm on and off my diet like a merry-go-round, Debbie, honestly.
I think we could all say that at some point, though, Jo.
On for a couple of weeks, sorry?
I think we could all say that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been constantly dieting since as far back as I can remember. But this time I'm determined that I'm going to get rid of some of this. So there we go. Let me just show you now. Look how beautiful those stamping. Even in black and white, look how dramatic they look, Jo. How fabulous do they look? They look
gorgeous.
Incredible. And I'm using our quick dry inks. Now, I do believe, I think I said it earlier on, but we have quick dry inks on the show as well. I can't get over how beautiful they fit in
and they're
there.
on a great deal as well, which is
Absolutely.
awesome. They're on a 3 for 2. So pop over to the website and you'll see all the colours that we've got over there. We've got a good selection of colours at the moment.
There we go, Jo. Now, that is all ready. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to move that to one side for a second. And I'm going to bring in a tri-blend. So I'm going to just do a little bit of colouring now, because I could leave it like that if I wanted to, but I could also add nice little bit of colour. But I'm just going to keep them all yellow for this particular one. So again, just go in there and start to colour these up. And again, you could use, do you know what would look fabulous? Some glitter. Get your fine tip applicator, go into those little areas of the butterfly and put some glitter in there. What about colouring them with your sparkle pens? Or like our lovely Linda did and showed you in that very first card. Well, it's the first card she showed us where she coloured them in with aqua tints. That would look incredible as well. Lots of different ways that you could keep them. Do you know what you could do, Jo? You could stamp directly onto some patterned cardstock.
Oh, I love that
Keep it
idea.
nice and plain. Just use your ink. But that would look fabulous stamped on. Now I could carry on colouring all of those in, but that's as simple as it's going to be. Just colour them in how you want to colour them in. I could make multicoloured ones, Jo. I could make some really rainbow coloured kind ones as well.
Wonderful.
But what you're going to do is then you're going to take your shadow alphabet letter there. There we go. So you see that? And then I'm going to bring in, now this is the one that I dropped on the floor, Jo. So just bear with me a minute while I go down and pick it up.
Oh,
There
she's
we
off.
go. I'm off. I'm back.
Eleanor said they'd look great coloured with the sparkle pens, all of these alphabets as well. I think that's a wonderful shout.
Absolutely we would. Now, my glue, because I've left it out without the pin in it, guess what's happened, Jo? It's dried up. It is, because, do you know, in the studio, it is so warm. So I'm going to have to bring in my other bottle, and I'm so glad I carry more than one bottle. But just literally, all I'm going to do now is pop some glue. Now, I'm taking care not to put the glue on the butterfly wings. You could do if you wanted to, if you want them to stay down. However, they've got a lovely fluttering feature to these. And by that, I mean, that once you've laid that down and got it into place, and you can see how perfect it fits, and just pop that down, it's got a beautiful lift-off element. So the butterfly, I can't say it now. Schmedling. The Schmedling, lovely wings, lift up out of there. So if I just bring that up close, so you can actually see, you've got that beautiful lift-off feature, but it stays within the cardstock. So if you do want to give it a little bit of depth and dimension, that's exactly what you can do just by lifting it up. And I just think that really is a beautiful detail to it. So I'll just do another one where I'm going to just do exactly the same. I'm just going to put my glue in the areas where I want it to stick down. So this is when your fine tip applicators come into effect.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Betty's feeling very smug. She says, I'm so chuffed for myself. It's my friend's birthday next week, so I thought I'd make an alphabet card. I struggled for ages and thought how these be easy when all of a sudden something clicked and yippee, there was my card. Just needs sticking and put it in the post. I'm so pleased with myself. Sounds like an absolute win to me.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to start. I'm going to put these two on side because I've done that with the rest. I've already put some together so we could skip up because I want to make sure we cram as much as we can into this show and also have time for our lovely Linda as well, because Linda's got some amazing things to show us.
Diana's got a question, Debbie. She asks, are the quick dry ink pads water or alcohol proof?
Water. So yeah, water reactive. So yes, you can use them, and you can still move. So you can still paint with them, but once they hit you're like the minute that quick dry hits my cardstock, instantly dry. So it's no smudging, nothing like that, and I just think they're absolutely fabulous. But you can move them around with to colour in with as well, and I'll show you that as we go along through the show. So yes, absolutely. I hope that answered your question.
Oh, thanks for that.
Right, so Jo, I've taken a piece of A4 cardstock and I have literally taken it, wait a minute, get it the right way around, That's landscape, that's portrait. Took it onto my scoreboard, Portrait Whiz, and scored it down the middle. That's all I did. And that creates me a really nice big piece here, this big card. However, it's going to look beautiful because if you've got bigger names, like our lovely Sapphire's got an 8-lettered name, I could have done, you could do it like I did some bunting the other day. You have to check the show back on Monday, the lawn show. I did some bunting on there. When Sarah did a show, she did a beautiful Grace plaque for her room. But this is what you can do. You can spell out whatever you want, anything to say. And on this occasion, Joe, I'm going to spell out what you make me do every single day that I work with you. You make me smile.
You are too kind, Debbie.
And look, that's all we're going to do. So to put these on, do you know what? Don't they look lovely when they're a bit skew with?
On the wonk?
On the wonk. I like a bit of on the wonk. Do you know what? I think I might change it up for this one. Might go a little bit on the wonk. Absolutely. However, do you know what else you could do? You could take these stamps. I mean, I'm keeping it nice and plain, but you could take these stamps and you could decorate the background as well. You could add a little bit more detail with, the butterfly. In fact, let's do that. Let's change it up slightly. Let's pop on. Let me grab my pad back again. Let's move this butterfly off for a second, Joe. And then I'm just going to let's bring in another colour. Let me just wipe that off though, Joe. I need you to just wipe that off a second. Have you got a few more comments you can be reading while I have a clean up?
I have got loads of people getting in touch. I feel like it's like that one show where everyone loves to get in touch. Diane says, I'm so in love with the tri-blend colour. The tri-blend pens, coloured all evening. I had to force myself to put them down. Sounds like you're having a lovely time there, Diane. Crafting Stacey says, when I move, my craft room is going to have a crafter's companion purple wall with glitter in it. So I can't wait. How awesome is that? And then someone sent a picture It's Leslie. She's made this for her daughter's classroom. The teacher's called Mr. Cowie, and the room is called the Chameleon. So they are Cowie's chameleons. How fabulous is that?
That's amazing.
I think you could definitely make home decor pieces and pop them onto your, online shop and sell them with these, Debbie. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely you can, Joe. Absolutely you can. That's what I'm saying. The alphabet, it's one of those things that whatever you want to say, whether it's the most random thing in the world, whether you want to say, let's think of something random to say. What can we say, Joe, that's really random that you want to spell out?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Trust you. There's absolutely no way on God's earth I'm doing that today.
Okay, how about Levion Rose?
Levion? What does that mean, Joe?
Levion Rose. The life of some... I don't know, it's French, I'm not sure.
Well, I did say random. Did I not say? Let's do something random. I did say random, Joe. I absolutely did.
How about Bernie's Flapjack?
Oh, absolutely. But that's exactly what you could do if you wanted to. You could spell out whatever you wanted to say. I love it. Love a bit of random. Love a little bit of random. Talking of random, Joe, I've changed my mind. I thought, I'm changing my mind again, but look how gorgeous this is. And I'll show you something as well. I'm using the quick dry ink pad for this, and I'm using the honey pot. I think this is the honey pot one. I might be wrong, actually. Let me just quickly check.
It's like a gorgeous...
No, I was right. It was the honey pot.
It's like a gorgeous Moroccan tile, isn't it?
Oh, it is. But when you lift that off, Joe, and you get your finger straight over, look, that's what I love about the quick dry. Nothing's smudging. Nothing's moving.
Awesome.
Absolutely fabulous. Now let's get a few butterflies. Let me go back to my original plan. What I was going to be doing, which will pop in some random little butterflies in the background and really just have a play with these. This is why the coordinating set of stamps works wonderful, and you can really have a lot of fun. I love that sign, that teacher's sign. I think we're absolutely incredible. I want everybody who's got this collection already, who's possibly made something, I want you to start sharing your pictures. I want to see what you've been up to, what you've been making. Let's have a nosy, because that's what it's all about, isn't it, Joe? Let's have a little sharing session and share what you've made with these fabulous sets, because they are incredible, really incredible.
DG says, Debbie and Joe, you make us all smile.
Oh,
how lovely is that?
Isn't that lovely? That's really lovely. Absolutely fabulous. Now, I'm just going to lift my butterflies off. I'm going to pop my glue, and I'm going to do this. You might think this is a bit back to front when I'm doing this, Joe, but shall we go skew with? Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. But I'm starting with that one, and then I'm going to take me S. So I've got my E at the end, and then me S, and let's just pop a little bit down. Let's put some glue right down on there. Let's go that way with that one. Absolutely. Let's just hold that into place. I love the fact that these wings just lift off. Look at that. They look incredible when they're lifted off. They give it a really lovely feature. And then I'm going to start by spelling out what I want it to say as well. There we go. So just make sure I've got it into the... That's it. That'll do. Now, do you know what else you could do, Joe? You could use things like your 3D Collal glue.
Nice.
Lift it off your foam pad, your 3D Collal glue, your hot glue gun. And you could have a little play with it. Honestly, so much fun these are. And they really are a lot of fun to
Can
play
you cut
with.
them in things like glitter card and mirror card and all
Yep.
of those different bits, Debbie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can cut out whatever you want, Joe. You could cut the background in some glitter cardstock, and you could cut the word out, the inner part. You could cut that out into, let's think, some pattern cardstock. And everyone will look beautiful and everyone will look different. And that's why... Who was it that asked the question about she was sitting on fence and not sure if she would be able to use these?
I'm going to find out for you. It was... Oh, you've put me on the spot now. It was... I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Michelle.
Michelle, I challenge you to think of something, the way that you'd be able to use them, because honestly, you're going to be able to use them in so many ways. You make me smile, Joe.
Aww.
And I absolutely think you could send a little bit of cheer to somebody through the post, and wouldn't that make them smile when they see those gorgeous butterflies as well? And I just think there's so many ways you can use them. These really, for me, are one of them no-brainer kind of products because of the way that you can use them, the way you can personalise, whether it be bunting for your craft fairs, whether it be different kind of boxes or scrapbooking or babies when they're born, or those unusual names, or just when you simply want to say something like smile.
I absolutely love it. Sarah says, I'm thinking of putting them on wood alphabets for my friend's granddaughter called Zara. Lovely way of using them. Rosalind says as well, these would be nice on some chipboard letters. Wouldn't have to paint them then. What a great way of using them there as well. Very, very busy on here. So remember what you are getting. So you're getting 2 alphabets, which is amazing for this valley. So you're going to get the uppercase, which is this one just here, and then what you're also going to get is you're going to get the lowercase in there too. Now, not only that, you're then going to get all the numbers. So this is going to be great for things like all of your different milestone birthdays. And then what you've got are 2 stamp sets in there, which are going to enable you to totally finish off all of those different projects as well. £111 if you're in the UK, $140 if you're in the US. If you can use you can of course use your Club Inspired discount with them as well. So you get another £22 off in the UK, you get another $28 off in the US. Everyone's going to get free postage and packaging. Everyone's also going to get free shipping and handling. And I mean, as if that wasn't enough, everyone's going to get an extra 250 bonus points, as you can see right there on your screen. It is really, really busy. Right, it's 40 minutes past almost. I think it's time we drop back in with Linda, don't you? So as if by magic, if I tickle the screen, there she is. I mean, I didn't take much tickling and she's back on my screen. Linda, how are you getting on there?
I'm fine. I've just basically used what Debbie has and created a background for my next card.
Oh, that looks gorgeous. What ink pads were you using?
With the quick dry crushed velvet ink and some parakeet.
Lovely.
And then I've splattered it, and it wasn't the aqua tints I was using earlier. It's the little jars of sparkle tints. These are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they are so sparkly, aren't they?
I know.
Really?
Have to have a bit of sparkle. It's obligatory.
Oh, you can't have too much sparkle, I don't think. I don't think there is
Never.
enough. Absolutely, sparkles and sequins and all things shiny. Absolutely. Right, well, I'm glad that you are there crafting along with us. How often do you craft? Do you just craft for yourself, Linda, or do you craft like for other people? Do you make cards for other people?
Yeah, I make and sell quite a lot of cards actually. I've got quite a little good production line going.
Well,
and
that's
obviously being on the design team.
Absolutely.
So I do a lot for that as well.
And I guess the thing is, great thing about Crafts Companion things, if you do want to make them sell, you're absolutely fine to, which is lovely.
Absolutely, and there's no restrictions on it, so.
Absolutely. It looks like you've got a very well organised craft room there behind you, may I say so?
You can't see the mess, the other side of the screen.
Where is the mess? Is it behind the camera, off to the sides?
This is quite a long room and it's at the other end. At the moment, I have a box mounting because obviously sending in design team products, you have to have them boxed. So you never find the right size box. I have a huge mountain of boxes.
I bet if you've got any little ones that come around, they love climbing in there.
No, the cats do though. I quite often lose my cats in there.
Where's the? Oh, they're in the box mountain. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my George's favourite box is a Crafter's Companion one that delivery came in. It's now his bed. It's his favourite box.
Now, being on the design team, is it hard? Because you get to, well, it's quite exciting. You get to see some of the things that maybe are like for your eyes only, which is fun. It must be hard trying to keep those secrets, though, I'm guessing.
Oh, all the time. Yeah. I had to have a good clear up this morning to hide everything.
Make sure no eyes where they weren't wanted. Right, Linda, we are going to drop into you again. We are going to go back to Debbie and I will come back to you very, very soon. I'm excited to see how you are getting on there. Loads of people chatting away, and Angie is saying on YouTube, Debbie and Joe are too funny together. I love it when they're together on the show. We love it when we're together on the show as well, which is awesome. Crafting Stacey says you could also use the alphabets with craft wood and make door plaques. I think door plaques is a great shout. Maybe you can make me a door number for my new flat, Debbie.
Oh, never thought of that.
That might be lovely.
I have got some ideas on what I want to make you next. I do, but I haven't thought. God, that's quite a good idea. That Joe, I quite like that idea. Absolutely.
You could have little butterfly numbers on your bins as well. I always think it's funny. I don't know why it makes me laugh. But, because some people number their bins, don't they? If in case your neighbours steal your bins. Debbie's putting her hand up. Have you had a bin nicked?
I had my bins pinched a while ago.
Oh, someone's pinched your bins.
So, do you know what I did? I absolutely labelled mine all up, all over the bin, lid, top, bottom, everywhere. And I put lots of little designs on there too, so nobody could nick off with my bins. Absolutely.
Do you reckon it was someone on your road that had them?
Oh, gosh, yes. Most definitely. Most definitely. Oh. That's where I live, you see. Oh, shh. I've said too much.
That is not the opinion of Crafters Companion, it's shareholders. That is Debbie's opinion. Right, Lynn says as well, my butterfly alphabet numbers arrived yesterday. Really looking forward to using them. I'd love it if you guys have been using anything that's in the show or anything that's even not in the show. You can always send us a picture. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to spend them. Don't spend them, send them. Diana's saying, I love using sparkle inks. I learned to add it to a Mr. Spray bottle with a little water and spray a project watching these shows, and it makes the glitter inks go so much further. It's a really great way of using them. Absolutely, it is. Right, Debbie, are you ready to inspire us even more?
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what I'm going to inspire you with, some of the amazing, so our lovely Linda's one of our design team members. We've got an absolute amazing team, a really big team actually of design team members, and I just thought, do you know what? Let's show you a few of these amazing samples that they've made using another kind of alphabet, but it's all about balloons this time. So not the butterflies, the balloons, and these are really, really quirky. I absolutely love these. Look how incredible these are. All of these have been made right down to them. Those strings that you can see, and those fancy shaped balloons in the background have been made using from this collection. They're absolutely incredible. You can mix and match your numbers with your letters. So if you want to say that sweet 16th, that's exactly what you can do. Using your quick dry inks as well, these are going to work absolutely beautiful. Let me just show you this one because I love this one. Happy birthday, and then personalising it inside with Madeline. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful.
Absolutely. When you talk about personalisation, you can't get any better when it comes with a butterfly, with an alphabet is what I was saying, Joe. Gosh, it all went a little bit wrong there, them out of the mouth. But you can literally do absolutely anything you want to do when it comes to these, and any style shaped card. And I just think all of them look absolutely fabulous. Oh, that's silly me. I've got two 21sts out there. But you can use these in a plethora of ways, and I'm going to keep it really simple. Strip that right back and keep it simple. But I want to show you how each one of these comes. For those who have never seen these before, let's show you exactly what you're getting. So the balloon alphabet itself comes in a lovely packaging, Joe, so you've got a little bit of inspiration as well, but it also has a set of dies, and then you have a set of stamps there, so you can use these stamped straight onto cardstock and leave them as you want, or stamp and die cut and create your personalisation. Absolutely amazing. That's the uppercase one. We've also then got the numbers, so you've got all the numbers, and it's exactly the same way. You've got a set of stamps and all your ordinals as well. Even these extra little details I just think are fabulous, even down to the dies. So the dies could be used on their own if they wanted to, the stamps could be used on their own if they wanted to, but to get your best optimum results, use them both together, and you're going to create a beautiful beautiful selection of different things you want to put. Now we've also got, Joe, the balloon sentiments. So the balloon
I'm just
sentiments,
hearing, Debbie, how busy it is on these balloon sentiments. People
Really?
are absolutely loving the balloons today.
fabulous, fabulous. That's what I love to hear, because we can talk about this, we can stand here and talk about this and show you how wonderful they are to use. But it's nice to know that you're loving them too and going for them as well. But I want to see your makes. I'm laying down a challenge. I want you to send in your pictures.
Debbie is not letting you get away with it
Nope,
today.
I'm not
I tell
letting you get away with
she's-
it.
Debbie is unrelenting today with the requests for pictures. So do you know what you need to do? You just need to send them in, because I feel like she's not going to stop whinging and moaning until we get lots of photos. So in order just to appease Debbie more than anything, pop them in to the details along the bottom of the screen. Send us your pictures, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, and we'll show as many as we can. I'm hearing that the inbox is already getting pictures coming in, Debbie.
Oh, fabulous. That's what I like to hear, Joe. Now, shall we spell out something else? So let's have a think. So I'm going to pop these stamps onto here, and I'm just thinking, what can I spell out? So I've already said smile, haven't I? So do you know what I think I'm going to do now? I'm going to say something else that I want to say to everybody watching, including you, Joe, as well, for all our lovely times that we have together. So let's have a little play with these quick dries as well. So I'm going to use in fact, let's have a little play. Let's mix a couple of colours. I've got fuchsia, I've got crushed velvet, and I'm going to mix these up a little bit. Let's put a couple of little colours down there, mix those up. Let's have a play. Let's have a play. So I've got my cardstock. I'm going to pop that down, and there we go. Just stamp that on straight on. And I am using our quick dry inks, and I'm also using our
Stamping mat?
thank you very much. Stamping mat, the one that gives the bounce, the one
Some
that gives
cushion for the pushing.
what here again?
Some cushion for the pushing.
Cushion for the pushing. I need to remember that and say it slowly. And it might sound all right if I do it. And it might not. But anyway, there we go. Look at that. Oh, now what does that say?
At skin.
Oh, I know. That's not quite what I wanted to say.
Does it say
Are you guessing?
Nask the...
Are you guessing? You're guessing, aren't you?
Thanks.
Yay! I knew you'd get there eventually, Joe. I knew you'd get there eventually. It's because in my head, when I put it on here, it said thanks. But I forgot when I turn it round, it comes the opposite way round. Silly old me. What am I like?
What
there we
are
go.
you like?
So then you can see these all fit over the top. So again, let's just pop all these down, even down to that little detail of the end of the balloon. What do they call that bit where you blow it?
I don't know.
What's it called? It's got to have a word. It's got to have a name, surely.
Nozzle.
Nozzle? Opening? Oh gosh, I better be careful actually. In fact, I'm not going to start saying anything else, Joe. I'm just going to keep it nice and just trying to
I think best course of action would be that if we get Johnny to look it up on the internet before we call it something silly, and then we're off, because we lost it in the last show. We can't lose it in this show. Sue Hintz is asking, it's a bit like the crafty version of the chicken or the egg. She says, do you find it easier to stamp then die cut or cut then stamp? It is like the chicken or the egg situation, isn't it?
It is. Now, I normally, and genuinely, this is the truth, normally I die cut and then stamp. It make it a little bit easier. That was a bit of an emphasise. Then, did you hear it, Joe? But I usually stamp. I usually die cut, then stamp. I'm going to keep it together. It's all right. I've not had enough coffee. I can see him going, what's she doing? What's she doing?
That's all I do for most of the time, to be fair.
No, but do you know, if you do die cut, I tell you what, let me just show you. Let's grab a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to use, can I bring my mini in? Let's bring the mini
You
in.
do, you, Debbie. It's your show. You're in charge.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So if I grab a piece of stamping card and I'll just cut a little bit, I'm not going to do all of them, so I'm just going to cut a little bit out for a second. Let's just get a little piece out. Let's just pop them down there. Mini plate, so grab my little mini plate. Let's bring in the tea. And then I'm just going to run that through. Now, all of these, I could actually get quite a few on there, Joe. But honestly, even down to the butterflies, all of these fit on the mini perfectly. So what I'm just going to do, Joe, is if you do this first, I find it a little bit easier to die cut and then stamp over the top. So let's take that tea again. Let me grab my smaller stamping platform.
It's called the balloon knot.
A balloon knot.
Yeah.
There we go. I knew it had a name.
What did I say? It was the nozzle or the mouthpiece. That's not what it is. Knot.
Oh, yes. So it's a balloon, what again? Knot.
Knot.
Absolutely. Now look, this is when you can see what you're doing. When you place it over, so I've got my die cut out, and when you place that over, you can actually manoeuvre it into place so that you get that perfect, and I've just dropped that off, you get that perfect stamp inside. But you can, it's a bit like that, what was that, Anna, what's that term she said, the chicken before the egg?
Chicken or the egg?
Chicken or the egg, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. So when you run all those through and you die cut those over, you will get all of, let me just put those to one side, you'll get all of your words out. So I'm going to leave them all on here and you can see just how fabulous these all are. So I'm going to bring in all my letters. Let me just
Shannon's saying you could make a fabulous shadow effect maybe with these as well if you wanted to.
Honestly, absolutely you could. So let's bring in those what I've already cut. You can do indeed. So you could use a darker cardstock or a different colour cardstock and add that little bit of a shadow behind there. What a fabulous idea. Was that Shannon?
It was the lovely Shannon Hornback on YouTube.
Absolutely perfect idea. Cut them in glitter cardstock or dark cardstock. Honestly, you can literally put and spell whatever you want to say. Now let's pop that there and let's take that off. Oh, Joe, I should have had a purple tea. I stamped it in the wrong colour. Never mind. We'll go with that one. So what I'm just going to do now is bring in my cardstock. I'm going to bring in some pattern paper as well, and I've got a few here that I'm going to do because I'm going to create a little bit of a I want to say shadow, but it's not really a shadow, a bit of nice matting and layering. That's the word I'm looking for. So let's pop this on. I'm using some of our all-purpose glue. Just pop that into place.
You've been very wet glue heavy today.
I have, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
I have, yes.
Are you going through a wet glue phase?
A wet glue what?
A wet glue phase.
I thought you said a wet glue face. I thought, Joe, what you're on with? I know I'm a bit hot and sweaty, but wet glue on my face? Nah, I don't think so. Again, choose your papers. Choose your papers, and I've popped a few little gems on there. This one was from, do you remember that lovely fairy garden we did from Nature's Garden?
That was very popular, wasn't it?
Well, wasn't it just? Well, these are some papers that I've had from that collection that I have not yet used. So I thought, do you know what? I think they go perfect with this colour combination that I've got today. And they had some beautiful, beautiful papers in there. Do you know, have we still got that pad, or is that gone now, Joe?
The fairy one?
Yeah, the fairy
I'm
one.
not so sure. You'd have to pop over to the website and have a little look. I think maybe producer Johnny will check for us if it's still on there.
Oh, absolutely. Now, also on that die set, let me see if I can bring that die set back in for a second. We've got lots of little strands here. So I say strands, these are the balloon strings. Can you see those balloon strings there?
Got them.
What?
I can see them, yeah.
Can you see them? Oh, I thought you were asking me a question then, Joe. But what you're going to do now for each one of your letters, and again, just depends where you want to put them. I am actually going to use, though, some 3D Glal glue for this because I'm going to have my string flat on the cardstock, but I'm going to lift these off with a bit of my favourite glue in the world. And what's that, you ask?
Your chunky glue.
It is indeed my chunky glue, as we say. I'm going to put that there, but I'm not going to stick it right down first. I've got to find
Fairy
those little
garden paper
scissors.
pad, I'm afraid, has sold out and gone, Debbie.
Oh, that's a shame, Joe. That is a shame. However, you can use whatever paper you want in your stash. I'm going to snip that down for a second. Just going to cut that to size. I'm going to bring in, who's pinched my tape pen? Here we go. I've got it. There we go. I thought somebody pinched it.
I did use it.
Yes, I know. I was about to just say, Joe.
I feel like that might have been a loaded question there, Debbie.
Yes, I think I was going there, Joe. Did you see where I was going with that one? I thought it was you, so I was just about to call you out, and it's just Debbie misplacing it like she normally does. Right, so again, let's pop on some 3D Collal glue. And let's place that. We'll have them all in a different shape as well. Let's have these in a funny little angle. And again, just bringing in your balloon strings, making sure I've got all mine here. Oh, I've just seen it, Joe. I've seen it. I knew I'd cut one out in purple. I knew I'd done it. Let me take that off a minute. Not that I'm a perfectionist or anything like that, but I do like a bit of mix and matching going off. There we go. Let's pop this down as well. Any comments, Joe, while I'm just sticking these bits together?
Loads of people chatting away, Debbie. Lots of questions coming in as well. If you've got questions, get them in. We'll do a bit of a Q&A with Debbie as we go through this show. It is very busy on the balloon collection that's on your screen at the moment. It's easy to see what it is. A fabulous deal that you've got. It should be $69.97 in the UK or $109.85 in the US today, down to $52 or $82. You got a quarter off, which is brilliant. You can use your Club Inspired discount on top of that too. Laurie wants to know if you're going to be demonstrating the double-sided box dies at any point in this show, Debbie.
So I was going to say stay tuned because yes, I am indeed.
Awesome.
Yes, I am.
That'll be wonderful. So make sure you see that. Also, do remember as well, there's a great adhesive collection available on the show today as well. You get a bit of everything. Have you seen it, Debbie? Do you want to know what you get? You get all-purpose glue, Collal tacky glue, chunky glue, and 2 tape pens. How fabulous is that?
That's amazing. That's a cracking deal, that one is, Joe. Absolutely is. Because all glues do a different thing.
Of course they do.
So, yeah, all purpose I use a lot of for getting what I call my wiggle time, to get things into place how I want it to. And then I also have, well, everybody knows how much I love, you call it the chunky glue. Says Debbie, who calls it the chunky glue all the time. But
You've
yes,
made me
the
start calling it
3D Collal decoupage glue, or whatever you want to call that. It's got all the tools as well, Joe, and the tools are really, really handy. If you ever see me with my tools, you'll see that I use my tools all the time when I'm applying my glue. And then we've got, is it the dotty tape pen as well as the regular tape pen?
Dotty and the regular, yeah, you got both of them
see,
in there
that is a
price.
fabulous deal. It
It
really
is a brilliant deal. Eleanor says, I'm thinking on getting these butterfly alphabets to make a home gift for my friend, and the balloon alphabets for a card for her birthday. I'm torn as to what I should put for her home decor. I'm drawing a blank. Any ideas, anyone? I know what I'm doing for a card though. Oh.
So what was that? Say that again, Joe.
So Eleanor's getting the both alphabets that we've got.
Yeah.
One, the balloons to do a card for her friend's birthday, and then she wants to do a home decor piece with the butterfly alphabets, but she's not sure what she should do word-wise for the home decor piece.
Well, so if you did you see Craig with his beautiful piece, the home? He actually said, "Oh, that didn't sound right, did it?" The home decor piece, home decor. So it was a lovely frame that spelled out the word home. So that would make a beautiful gift. It would make a beautiful gift. So absolutely, Joe, behave. Absolutely, that would make a beautiful gift.
Don't come back to me. Oh, that's amazing, Debbie. That looks absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. I need a minute, Joe. I need a minute.
We all do. Right, that looks absolutely beautiful, Debbie. I love the colour combinations that you've used there as well. They look absolutely beautiful. Suhin says that would look cute with real string. Also, yeah, that'd be another great way of using this. Tracy says, what paper or cardstock is best for the matte layers, Debbie?
Oh gosh, let me get my specs back on. For matting and layering, absolutely anything. So, Joe, keep it together. So for matting and layering, I use a lot of black matte cardstock, craft cardstock, paper pads galore, glitter cardstock, mirror cardstock. You can use whatever you want when it comes to matting and layering, whether it be with the butterflies, whether it be with the alphabets, whether it just be for your matting and lettering. I hope that made sense.
Yes, it does. Absolutely loads that you're going to be able to do with this. And the great thing is as well, personalisation, which is fantastic across all of these, no matter which alphabet it is that you are going for, whether it's those balloons. Let me just share with you again what you're getting in the balloons, because we've got those gorgeous boards here for you so you can really see exactly what is in there. 126 pieces within this one collection just here. So there is your alphabet there. Then you've also got the numbers in here, which is fantastic. And you're then going to get like all the embellishments. This one's called balloon sentiments that you've got here. Now you could go for this one on its own. I know a lot of people have done a lot of different concept cards using just this one alone. You've also got all of the sentiment dies that you might need within there as well. So at £52 or $82 to get something as you know, let's face it, Debbie. Any alphabet die, you've got to have an alphabet die. I'm thinking it is really it's really a staple, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, because it's all about that personalisation, Joe, about anything you want to say, whether it be a name, whether it be a saying, whether it be just an initial, whether it be your birthdays as well, because don't forget those numbers are in there. So you could say an age. Joe, what age are you next?
I am 34.
And do you find 34th birthday cards in the gift shops?
No, not really.
So you can be doing things like that. It's all about that personalisation, and it really is a great, it's one of those, do you know, for joking aside, literally, when I come to thinking about what I need in a craft stash, when you talk about your tools and things like that, we talk about scoreboards and guillotines and all those kind of things and machines, but do you know, a good set of crafty tools, like things like nesting dies, fabulous. But do you know what also is fabulous? Fabulous is having an alphabet, because you can do whatever you want and spell whatever you want. Absolutely, gotta be a must have. And what a great opportunity, whether you go for the butterflies, whether you go for the balloons today, each one of them are going to work probably the same way, maybe on a bit of a smaller scale because the balloons are slightly smaller, but they're going to be able to personalise whatever you want, Joe.
Absolutely, you can write whatever words you want as well, which is really important. Paulette says this show is so much fun. Angie's saying, I cannot say how much I love this pair. I cannot stop laughing right now. The happiness is infection. I think we do have fun in the craft from it. It's fair to say, isn't it? When you're here, Debbie, you do light up the studio. I must say, and also sometimes lead me slightly up the garden path as well. Right, I hope, I tell you, we need to bring someone else in to try and keep it all together. Someone professional, I know, we'll go back to Linda. I think that is the best thing that we could possibly do at the moment. Linda, how are you getting on there?
I can't stop laughing.
Oh no! I thought we were going to come back to you and you were going to help us get back on track, but it turns out you're having fun there as well.
Absolutely. I've actually finished my card.
Oh, I love that.
Gems.
Oh,
How
beautiful.
gorgeous. Debbie, isn't that lovely, Debbie?
Absolutely glorious, that, Linda. It's beautiful. And that's what I'm talking about, personalisation. Unusual spellings, unusual names, but how gorgeous that is when it all works together. And have you used the background in Abbey? Have you used the stamp, Linda?
Yeah, I used the Harlequin one with the pale fig quick dry to go with the crushed velvet that I used on the background. And again, I've coloured it all with the sparkle tints.
Oh, absolutely beautiful, that, Jo, isn't it?
It's really, really lovely. So who is Abbey?
Abbey is one of my great nieces, and lovely. Meg is the other one, of course. So you can't do one without the other.
No, absolutely not. It's great that you've
and this one is the glitter card as well. Debbie was saying earlier about the glitter card. So I've mounted the glitter card onto the black and then fussy cut the butterflies and coloured them and stuck them on the top.
I love that idea. How do you find they cut other types of card sorts, like glitter card, mirror card, those kind of things? Do they go through them easily enough?
Yeah, I've got the Gemini, obviously, and I haven't found anything that won't cut, so it's my go-to machine. In fact, I've got all of them.
I think you are in a club of people. The Mini. I couldn't get over how great the Mini. When I first saw it, I'll be honest with you, Linda, I thought, come on, you've got a Junior, you've got a Gemini, you don't need a Mini, but honestly, it's like a little powerhouse, isn't it?
I got them all and I use them all. Normally, I mean, I've got the laptop on my desk at the moment, but normally I have all the Geminis lined up along the back.
Like a little Gemini showroom going on there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they look beautiful and everyone's got a different purpose. So if you're cutting something really small, I go to the Go. If it's a little bit bigger, I'll go to the Junior. And anything larger, I want to do a lot of cutting in one go, I'll go back to the original.
Awesome. Right, that looks beautiful what you've made in the show, Linda. I think it's really, really lovely. What we're going to do, we're going to give you, you've got time to just have a quick cup of tea, and then what we'll do is, if it's all right with you, we'll pop back in a little while and we'll have a look at all the different things that you've made, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
All right, brilliant. I'm looking forward to it already. Loads of you chatting away in the comments still. Rebecca it's Rebecca's birthday today. Happy birthday to Rebecca from all of us here at Crafters TV. She says, I am 67 today and I'm doing my first card. Wow, new crafter and a birthday all in one. Love that. Carol Coe, one of our craft ambassadors and regulars, says, thank you for putting a smile on my face. Crafters TV, Joe and Debbie never fail. Have purchased the exploding box dies this morning's show, so looking forward to getting them. I am looking forward to you getting your hands on them as well. Sarah Brown, who is in Melbourne. What's the time now? Should we check in Melbourne? It is, where's it gone? Oh, it's 2:05 in the morning. Sarah's staying out late. She says, I really love today's shows. Debbie and Joe, you've made me giggle all night and laugh so much. Well, it is our pleasure. Rosalind says that she has been using the balloons for labelling inventory, which is a really lovely way to use them. I've got a few samples of the alphabets over here, the butterfly ones. Would you like to have a little look at them? Because there's so many gorgeous things that you can make with these. So you can see the numbers. 36, that's not far off from me, Debbie. A couple more years and I'll be at 36. That's Johnny at the moment. I thought Johnny was like 10 years older than me, I'm not going to lie. I'm only joking. Everyone always thinks I'm older than I am, Debbie, which I find really, really annoying. This one here is another gorgeous one with the numbers there. The numbers and the ordinals, of course, coming together. I really like the lowercase. I don't know what it is about the lowercase. And of course, you've got the option. You can choose, you can capitalise, you can do all lower, all upper. It's completely up to you because you've got all of the options. But I think there's something quite gentle about the lowercase one, which I really like. Great as just a hello card. I think this gorgeous baby girl card is a really, really lovely one. As well. So loads you're going to be able to do with them, lots of inspiration. And the other great thing as well about Crafters Companion and Crafters TV is that we give you so much free education and inspiration. It's always available. If you're watching us on Facebook at the moment, you can either share this if you'd like to be able to access it easily at a later date, or you can use the 3 dots in the top right corner, click there and you can save it. Or what you can also do is if you're watching on YouTube, you can bookmark it, or at any time you can come back to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, where you'll be able to access all of our previous shows, which is awesome. I want to share with you a couple of other bits that we're going to be looking at as we go through the second hour of this show. These are our double-sided box dies, and this is your square and hexagon. 10 pieces here, £45 or $58. I need to let you know, though, that just on the preview alone, a quarter of the stock has sold out and gone. It is very busy there. We've also got the triangle and rectangle boxes on the show for you as well. Same price here, and these again are very busy. £45 or $58. I love the fact that they cut 2 different size boxes, and if you wanted to make, look, if you're a Sarah Scissorhands and you're great with that and that works for you, then keep doing it. If making boxes is the bane of your life and something that you cannot stand doing because you just don't get it right every single time, you don't get that really nice tight closing mechanism, then this would be a really good way to go. And Debbie, we all need boxes when it comes to crafting, don't we?
Oh, we absolutely do. I love making boxes, Joe. Honestly, one of my favourite things to make boxes. I don't mind doing things like with your scoreboards and trying to work out measurements and big lids, little lids, deep bases, little bases, those kind of things.
Big lid, little leg, square box.
Big, yeah, did you see me doing it as well? I was doing it. Look at me, I'm doing it. A little bit to it back a little bit then. Excuse me. But yeah, if it's not for you, if those kind of things are not for you, we've made it really, really simple, because we've got these set of dies that cut out one pass with our double-sided technology. You've got a box. As simple as that. But what I want to first show you, Joe, is some of the versatile ways that you can use these boxes, depending on what shape you go for. So there was the square with there's the rectangle, square, hexagon and triangle, is that right? Square and hexagon together, triangle and rectangle together. Absolutely
that's
fabulous.
correct.
So depending, I mean, if you could stretch to all of them, can I just say, that's going to be you covered with all your boxes. And you think, when you look at the packaging, you think, just one style box. No, 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 as my granddaughter would say. So yes, you could make lovely boxes. Now, look out, I just want to show you straight away. Just come and look at this one. Look at this one. How fun is that triangular box? And kept that really simple just by adding a couple of little ears and a little bit of feature there. How fun and funky is that? That said box can then make this box. And it also can make this box. And you're thinking, you what? How on earth can that one small triangular box go into something this big? Well, it can be done, Joe. It can be done with ease as well. This is one of our lovely Trudy who's made us this, and these are fabulous. So that's from the one start. I mean, look at these. Look, can we just go back? Let's go back to that close up just for a second. Oh my God.
Oh, now this is a bit of me. This one.
Now this is when you start. This is when you start getting.
I am a bit worried about his horn, though. I feel like he's got a bit.
Well, it went a little bit squishy, so I thought, let me just straighten that up a little bit because it was looking a little bit on the tired side then. So let's just pop that back up, and you can see just how fabulous that looks. Bet. Let's go to hexagons, Joe. Hexagons. We have hexagons with footballs. Look at this for your meals of your life, and then add those little grass things round the side. However, from that same hexagon box, no, Joe. Absolutely, you can make this to extend this just by a bit of clever adding on of cardstock round the edge. So we're talking now thin from the small box to a really tall one, from the small box to the tall one. Absolutely incredible. And then you can do things like cleverly stacking them. So if you're making things like little wedding cakes or in the middle of your exploding boxes, that's exactly what you could do. And then you could go really dinky winky. How gorgeous that is. Absolutely fabulous. These are really incredible boxes. But we'll show you how easy they are to use. So please excuse me while I just throw everything at the back there.
Did you just chuck it all on the floor?
I meant to go and drop it. I meant to go.
What are you like? Jen says, will these box dies fit through the Gemini Junior, Debbie?
Oh, well, funnily you should ask. But yes, some of them will. So let me bring in I'm going to use the hexagon box for this one. And I just want to show you first of all what you're getting. So this is the hexagon, and you can see here, if I just hold this, can we do it there? Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's do it there. So you see, this is the larger of the box. And then this one is the second size. So in this one, you're getting 4 pieces, and you're thinking, why 4 pieces? 2 that make boxes, that make your box lid and your box base all in one pass of the machine, because you're probably thinking, well, that won't fit in there, but that's not, because it's the one die that does both at the same time, and we've thrown in a couple of gift tags there. Now on the square one, I believe, is it 3 sizes? I'm trying to remember now without having to delve in my bag, but I'll go and have a look in a minute. I think there's 3 different sizes of boxes with those squares, and the same with the triangles, and then the same with the rectangles as well. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use, and I am going to use my Gemini Junior just to prove a point that some of these dies will go into there. Now what you must have is a set of double-sided, wait a minute, that one is not a double-sided die.
Oh, have you got is that a Gemini foil press?
My foil press. Absolutely, and that's because I carry my foil press in my little bag, and I thought for a second, hang on a minute, you can tell the difference because it's a thicker size. Now, our lovely Joe has gone to look for me
I'm rummaging.
for another place. That's because, it's here, Joe, it's here. I knew I'd have it. I could hear him rummaging.
Smashing the place up.
He was smashing the place up. There we go. And the only reason I knew is because it has Gemini in the bottom of the corners. There you go. Now yours won't look like this when you get yours. You get 2 very clean looking plates, but can you see how much Debbie uses her double-sided dies? Absolutely I do.
Oh, sorry, Debbie, you've been cut off in your prime. Now you know what I've done, Debbie. I've got up overnight to go and rummage, and I've left my iPad on the rummaging table. So whilst Debbie fixes her mic, she's going to grab my iPad for me off the rummaging table as well. It's all going, there we are. It's all going so smoothly today. Loads of you chatting away and commenting as well. Keep getting your pictures in. Johnny, how have we been doing for pictures? Oh, we've got some pictures coming in just a few minutes' time, so keep sending those in to us. The double-sided box dies, remember there's 2 different sets available for you as well, so you can go for the squares and the hexagons. They are on one set, and then the other one is a triangle and rectangle. Is that right? 30% gone now of the hexagon and the square, so if you want those, you will need to be quick for them. Patricia Watling on Facebook says, amazing that the item itself looks like nothing, like the hexagon dies, Debbie, is holding at the moment, yet they can make the most wonderful items like that Fox box. The Fox box, love it. Dieta says, love all the cute ideas using these boxes. I'm making candy corn boxes out of the rectangle box die at the moment. So loads of people sharing ideas, Debbie, of how they're going to use them. And I think it's one of those things, the more you play around with it, the more ideas you'll get.
Absolutely it is, Joe, and that's all it is. It's about having a play, having a little think of how they will work. I haven't got one to show you today to how to do the extender one, but I have done that before in the past, so maybe just have a little search through those YouTube tutorials. There you go. Steady, it came off the tongue, it rolled off there perfectly.
Do you know the one I can't say, Debbie, at the moment?
What's that?
Try Blend Brush Pen.
Oh, don't even get me started, Joe.
It's really hard, isn't it? Try Blend Brush Pen.
See, I'm doing it again. Say it slowly.
Do you know what I want to say?
Try Blend Brush Pen.
Brush pen. I want to say try Blend Blush Pen. That's what happens. That's what comes out of my mouth.
See, we were listening to you yesterday. We were watching you, me and my daughter, and we were laughing because we tried saying it and we said what you said. Really, honestly, it was so hard to say it.
It really is difficult.
Now, do you want to see how easy these are to use, Joe? So
Yes,
I talked about the
please.
plates that you need. You definitely need your double-sided cutting plates. They are super strong to withstand that pressure of cutting one die that has 2 different die cuts on one side of the die. Painted by Crafter's Companion, you will find a double-sided die nowhere else in the world. And if you do, drop us a line because they'll be in trouble if they have. That's all I'm going to say. So here we have got a double-sided card. Now I've taken this from our Elegance paper pad, which is a gorgeous paper pad. And again, you might be able to find this on the website. There is a beautiful Christmas pad at the same time. But again, really fabulous. Now, on the die itself, you can see this side on the close to the edge. That die outside cutting line is all the way right round to the very rim. But when you turn that over, Joe, you can see now you've got a little gap between the rim there. And you can see all the way around now that cuts. So this one is actually the base. That one is the lid because the lid fits over the base, but it's been designed to make it easy, super, super easy. So it's just a question of what do you want to be the lid? Well, I want that pattern side to be the lid, so I'm going to sandwich that onto the top. I'm going to place that in between there, so you can see now that that fits into that Gemini Junior plate perfectly. And then I'm going to take a piece of double-sided cardstock and I'm going to sandwich that one in between. And then I'm going to bring in now the next plate, so that's the next double-sided plate. Put those 2 together so it's a sandwich of cardstock in between the die, in between the sandwich of the double-sided cutting plates, and then lastly the double-sided cutting plates for your Gemini, and then you just run that through, and it's as simple and as easy as that. And you're just going to feed that through your machine, let the machine do the work. One pass of the machine now is going to create me the box lid and the box base together.
And you should absolutely have, shouldn't you, those double-sided die plates in order to use these. Don't attempt to use them, you know, with a sort of concoction of different sandwiches and shims.
Exactly.
It's really important that you have the plates. And we only recommend you using them through the Gemini machine as well. Is that right, Debbie?
It is, because they was designed to work with the Gemini machine. Now, I have heard people always ask me, but they were designed to work with the Gemini for the thickness of our double-sided dies, which is why we can heartily recommend that you use that with the Gemini machine. You will hear other people tell you on websites, things like that, but what I would just say is err on the side of caution, but if you're going to try it, think about it. If you've got a Gemini Junior or a Gemini, you're absolutely fine. You're good to go. You just need those plates. But please, if you are using any other machines out there, just go and check that out. But I can't recommend that because that's not how it was designed, if that makes sense, Joe.
Total sense.
Right, so now you can see, not only has it cut out all those details, it's actually cut all the bits out that I need it to, and scored as well. So all you're going to do is literally just fold those score lines over. Now, this is when you'll need your bone folder or your creaser. bone folder. Let me think I can get that the right way around. Yeah, it's a bone folder, isn't it, Joe? That's what I'm thinking.
It is a bone folder. Sometimes
So
I just
sorry,
think
I just have to
I could
question
chime
myself.
in, but sometimes I really enjoy just letting you go with things sometimes, Debbie, and just seeing where we end up.
I love you. I tell you what, though, I'm going to do it with my fingers. It'd be easier. But you can see just how, I mean, they're all designed to work. So really, all the hard work has been done for you because all the crease lines are in there. So all the folds are in there. It's just a case of giving them a nice burnish. That's all it is, Joe. So that is my box base. And then I'm going to do exactly the same now with the lid. So again, I'm just going to fold those over. It's just manipulating it. That's all it is, Joe. Manipulating your cardstock, folding that back over, and then we're good to go with our tape as well.
Can we use things like acetate with these double-sided dies?
Absolutely you can, Joe. Acetate looks incredible. I actually did a craft class at Craftaganza with our lovely Fiona. Oh, that's what we did with some box making dies.
Oh, really?
So yes, you can do this with these as well.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Now, that is all of those bits done and all folded and scored over. So what I'm going to do now, Joe, is I am going to take my tape pen and I'm going to tape all of these little tabs. Can you see them all? They're all there. You just give them a little tape. So run over with your tape. Now you could use your wet glues. If you're going to use wet glues though, it takes a bit of time to dry. So you may need to get your paper clips out and hold them into place. However, if you're using red liner tape, you'll know how quick and easy and super strong it is. So I'm just going to hold that there so you can see what I'm doing. Folding that tab over and holding it into place. Give it a nice little burnish with you between your finger and your thumb so that it reacts and eats. That's the wrong word. Sticks. Debbie, what on earth is up with you today, girl? So again, just pop that in there and then just give that a nice little fold over, and that's all you're going to do with each one of those.
Christine's asking, she says, lighter cardstock or it's camping cardstock, stamping cardstock for these, or I guess both, Debbie, lighter cardstock, heavier cardstocks?
Absolutely, heavy cardstock. You can go up to 310, 350 easily with these. You can use your glitter cardstock, you can use acetate, heavyweight acetate, all those patterned acetates. How incredible would it look with an patterned acetate as well. There you go, that's my box lid. Honestly, Joe, whenever I make boxes, when I'm doing construction, I don't use anything lower than a 230. And if that makes sense, that's because it's not as strong as something like that's 300 or 310 or 350. So that's my own personal choice. That's how when I think about what I'm doing and what I'm using, that's the cardstock that I would go to and use. Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Oh, that answered your question. Who was that lovely question from?
Christine Mahoney in upstate New York.
Christine, the paper pad queen.
The paper pad queen.
Absolutely
11 of all the paper pad. A new paper pad comes out, Christine will take 11. Always.
Is there a reason why 11, Joe?
I don't know. It just always seems to be 11. I'm not sure why. Yeah.
Well, she's a girl after my own heart because I love papers and cardstock.
And they all sell out so quickly as well, don't they?
They do. So Christine's not daft.
No.
Christine is not daft at all. Now, Joe, look at this. I've put together my base and my lid all in one pass. And look, it's designed to fit absolutely perfectly all the way around. Now there is other dies on here as well, Joe, and these will fit through your mini because they're small dies, but these are your tag dies. So when you cut those out, Joe, and you put them together, you can make yourself a couple of little tags of the same size again, or you could pop, it's like a little bit of a matte and layer tag as well, so you could put a smaller one in there. So I've literally just now used some of our nesting dies to create myself little bit of a pad, and I'm going to go there. Yeah, we'll use that one. So again, I'm just going to take some glue. I'll use some of my 3D Collal glue, run that across there, add that on. Could have it a little. Oh, do you know, I'm feeling a bit jointed today.
You're on the wonk today, aren't you?
I am on the wonk. So let's go on the wonk and have a little bit of an on the wonk style. But doesn't it look lovely regardless? And again, just showing you how simple these are to make. So if you are a little bit nervous when it comes to making boxes, don't be nervous anymore because we've got you covered. We've got you covered because we've got everything you need to be able to create a box to perfection without having to use any scoring or anything like that, any scoring tools, because it's all done for you, Jo. So I'm just using some hot glue there to pop this on now, and don't burn yourself on your hot glue gun, Debbie. Pop on a little bit of a flower, and there we go. We've got a beautiful box all ready with its tag, ready to give to somebody with maybe a bracelet in there, maybe a little ring in there, maybe some pennies in there, maybe some sweeties in there, whatever you want. But can I just show you another one, Jo? From that same box. Look at this. Absolutely fabulous. Look how incredible that looks. Really, really fabulous. Isn't that amazing? A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, Jo.
Really gorgeous.
There we go.
Yeah. Sue Hints says, when you talk about the paperweight, is that in pounds or grams? That is in GSM we are talking. Do you know what these would be great for, Debbie, as well? If you like your flower forming, I think to decorate these with flower forming would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? I put some of those finished flowers on top there. What would you be putting in that box of yours there, Debbie?
What, in the box or decorate the box?
No, what would be going in the box
I'd probably put a piece of jewellery in there. Nice little necklace in there.
I was thinking, yeah, a little bracelet or a necklace, a little charm bracelet maybe. Right, we are going to go back to Linda in London. Now we're going to go over and see Linda. She's going to share with us some of the wonderful things she's made. If I tickle the TV here, will she appear? There she is. How are you getting on there, Linda?
I'm doing well. I don't ask me why, but I chose a random 27 that I'm working on.
I wish I was 27 still. 27 was a good year. Now, I know that you've had these for a little while, these alphabets, Linda. So did you want to share with us a few of the things that you've been making with, just in case people didn't see some of the things you showed us at the beginning as well? Because, I mean, they are absolutely glorious, some of the finished items that you've been making. I love that one.
Grab them off the shelf.
You've really been busy with them.
I know, and I've only been working on them for 2 days.
Really? Wow.
Well, they're so easy, and as soon as you start making something, you think to yourself, oh, I could do this with it, or I could do that with it, and then it's just a roller coaster trying to catch up with what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess they are so versatile, aren't they? From card making, scrapbooking, home decor, plaques, and also have a really practical use as well.
Yes, totally. And it's not even, I know butterflies, people normally think feminine, but they can be used masculine as well, I think.
Oh, yeah. Totally, I totally agree. Right, I'd love to have a look at some of those.
Joe.
Oh, I adore that card. It is gorgeous, Linda.
I will pop it in the post for you.
Oh, I would
made
absolutely,
especially for you. How's that?
Absolutely love and adore that. Thank you so much. I think it is gorgeous with all the rainbows on there.
So, yep, the other one I showed a bit earlier was Meg. Her name's Megan, but obviously I just decided Meg because that's what we call her.
Awesome.
And that was
gorgeous.
Using the background stamps as well.
What inks did you use in the background there?
The quick dry inks.
They cover really well, don't they?
Yeah, this one is the Honey Pot. And
awesome.
I can't remember the lighter shade in that one.
Both absolutely gorgeous.
And then, as I said, I'll see if I can get it closer to you, see if you can see the sparkle on.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's the sparkle. That's beautiful, isn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely glorious.
And then the one I made first in the show today was for the other niece, which is Megan. I need to get my eye on my.
Oh, look, I've been working in TV for nearly 11 years, Linda, and even I go the wrong way with things still now, even after all this time. So that is gorgeous.
There's another one I made, which is this is the first one I made actually, just a happy 8th anniversary because you.
Really lovely, and also the numbers work really well on their own, don't they? Great for things like invites, I guess.
Yeah, and the I used illustrators to colour the flowers.
Beautiful,
and
that really is
cut
gorgeous.
them out.
Yeah, I can see those there. Absolutely wonderful.
And of course, I can't do anything without doing my own name.
Absolutely, it's a rite of passage doing your own name first, I think.
Yeah, this was the vintage lace papers.
Oh, they are gorgeous, aren't they?
I know, it's my favourite.
we were just talking about those paper pads. They're always so popular. Whenever
Yeah, I think I've got about 5 of these.
Really? You're not going to run out for a while. How beautiful all of Linda's makes, Debbie. Aren't they just gorgeous?
They are, and that is why our lovely Linda is on our design team, because she makes some really beautiful things. Absolutely glorious. So thank you for sharing those with us today, Linda. Not as nervous as you thought it would be today.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh,
But as you know, Debbie, I was on the demo team as well when we were going out to stores.
Absolutely.
So I am used to talking to people.
Exactly. And what a wonderful job you... Well, I'm sure in future months to come, we'll be back to out demonstrating again as well.
Let's hope so. I hope this disease hurries up and goes away. It's horrible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Linda, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the show with us today. It was really lovely to be able to have you in the studio and see some of the things you're making. So, from myself and the rest of the team here, just want to say a massive thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here again soon
And you, thank
on
you.
Crafters TV. I don't know why I've started like snuggling this cushion as we've gone through the show, Debbie. I've started to get a bit. I mean, I'll get told off because people say I'll make it dirty. It's just not white cushion. Let me go pop that back there, and as we go, right, loads of you still chatting away. Dita saying, Joe, we need butterflies and hummingbirds for the flower foam dyes. Oh, that could be fantastic. Patricia says, do you know what Patricia said, Debbie?
What's that?
She just said, Joe, you're a great host. How lovely is that? What a lovely thing to say. And C. Keller says, love Debbie's demonstrations. Patricia saying, love the nesting dies. Have about a dozen packs with 3 or more on their way. Suli asks, just about the box dies again, Debbie. How do you make a larger, deeper box using those dies?
I can easily answer that one to you, Joe. So you would cut out your card, your base in your card, using what I did with that first demo. So you would cut that out, and then what you would do is you would measure on your base, not your lid, because your lid's bigger, remember, but you would measure each one of your panels. So let's just grab a ruler, Joe. Let's just grab a ruler, because the hexagon, I'm actually going with a tricky one here. However, you would measure the bottom. So if I take this up here, I'm just going to use Joanne's beautiful sample here just to show you. But you would measure what those are. Now it's just slightly over 2 inches, but it's about 2 1/4 inches. So 2 1/4 inches times, so you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. So 2.5 times 6. You would cut that out. However, when you think about this, so the 2.5 times 6, whatever that is, Joe, if you bet your
2.5 times 6. 2.5 times 6 is
we're working it out.
12, 15.
Right. So if you was doing that, you would just need to add on maybe 1/2 inch for your tab. And I say tab, your flap that needs to fold together.
15.5 inches.
Absolutely. And then you would apply it to the bottom on the outside of your base and go all the way around there. And that is how, and you could go as big depth wise or as small as you wanted to. So depending on how large you take up the length, whatever you want, and then your lid, will fit onto the top of it. So that is how you create that. So just measure from the bottom using the side panel of your base. Measure that, so multiply that by however many sides you've got. So if it's a triangle, it's 3, if it's the square, it's 4, and so on. But just make sure you leave yourself an extra 1/2 inch or 1 inch, depending on how big you want your tab to be able to stick it together and bring it all together, and then just attach it to the bottom of your box, pop your lid on the top, and that is how you get your box taller.
Awesome, thank you very much for that, Debbie. Very busy. The square and the hexagon are your favourite of the 2 options here. £45 or $58 is your price there. Right, we're going to go back to the Schmetterlings, Debbie. Is that where we're going to go for the rest of the show?
Absolutely.
Let me just grab the Schmetterlings for you in that case then, and just again share with you exactly what you are getting in this collection. So you are going to receive the uppercase. So you're getting a full alphabet. Now the great thing is really you're getting 2 lots, aren't you? Because you're getting 54 pieces. Because what you are getting is everything you need to cut the matte layer, and then also the topper as well, with that detail that you can manipulate, able to lift up and manipulate that wing detail. We're then going to give you it all in the lowercase as well, which is absolutely awesome. So you've got all of your lowercase in there too. Oh dear, it's one of those days, isn't it, Debbie? I'm going down. There we are. You're also then going to get it as well in the numbers, so it's going to be great for all of those milestones. And then what we're going to do is we're then going to give you the stamps that you need to create a full project then as well. So you've also got the stamps in there which can allow you to add the detail into the die cut element of those butterflies too. So that's absolutely everything you need. You get all of that included. You've got an awesome price at £111, or $140. Everyone's going to get free postage and packaging or free shipping and handling on these. It was a really recent launch, but I know even then a lot of you have been creating things with these, and we'd still love you to send your pictures in to us of the things you've been creating. You will also get 250 bonus points as well for you Club Inspire members as well, which is fantastic. So normally you get £1 or you get a point per £1 or dollar you spent. So great to get an extra 250 of those, which is great. BJ on YouTube says, watching you both makes me so happy. Thanks, you're more than welcome. What a lovely thing to say. Stacey has sent us in a picture. Stacey Darley sent us in a picture of the balloon alphabet she's been getting creative with. I love the bubbles that she's used here, Debbie.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love that. That's absolutely fabulous, Stacey. Absolutely fabulous.
Beautiful. And Steph has been using pattern papers. I wouldn't naturally thought of pattern papers.
Oh, it's like she read my mind. It's what's coming up next.
Is it?
Absolutely,
Maybe.
absolutely. That is fabulous.
Maybe she has read your mind. Maybe she's a medium or something along those lines. Who knows? Right, very busy on these butterflies at the moment. I know Debbie's got loads more she wants to share with you in the last sort of 25 minutes of this show. So we'll go straight back to Debbie if that's all right.
Absolutely. So it is like she always read my mind, because that's what I was going to do. I'm going to use some pattern paper, some black cardstock as well, because I love my black. But I'm going to use my mini because these fit perfectly within the mini. And do you know what I'm going to do? Inspired by our lovely Craig, I'm going to make a home decor piece. Now, I did tell Joe at the beginning of the show that we're going to make it for him. I've changed my mind, Joe.
What?
Well, you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like.
like.
And I just love having a play. So I thought, do you know what? The boss has been working really, really hard of late, hasn't she? Absolutely. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make something for our lovely Sarah. So I'm using the uppercase and the lowercase this time, Joe, and I'm using my mini. So I've got my S, and you can see there, I've got my S, and I've got my here. You've gone really quiet, Joe. You're not sulking in the corner, are you? You're sulking in the corner. But Linda's made you a beautiful card. That's all I'm going to say, Joe. Linda's made you an absolutely beautiful card that she's going to send to you. She's told you. And I thought, I didn't want it to be a Joe day, all about Joe. So I thought I'll do something for our Sarah instead.
Yeah, no, Sarah has been working hard. She will very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Is it because you've dropped your J on the floor? Is that what it is?
Have I what
You dropped your J on the floor?
No.
Right. I thought there was some sort of ulterior motive here. I thought something's happened. She's dropped something. Now she can't find it. So she thought, what am I going to do? I know, I'll do Sarah instead.
That's because you know what I'm like, Joe.
I do know what you're like.
Now, again, you just place these in. So I'm using my lowercase again and just feed this through the mini. It's almost like it was designed to work with the mini machine, Joe, which is absolutely fabulous. These work through, and it's literally that one pass wonder again, where you take that out. Let me just move that to one side for a second. So I've now got my dark cut out. There we go. You can see that lovely Sarah. And again, our lovely Linda used it in the, she used black cardstock and then the glitter cardstock. That would look incredible. But I'm going to use a bit of pattern cardstock for this. So I'm just going to move those to one side again. This time I'm going to bring, not my outer ones, but my inner parts. I'm just going to move those for a second. And I'm going to bring in some pattern cardstock that I've got. And I say got, it's one of my gorgeous ones. And I've got a feeling this was from the vintage collection. I want to say the vintage lace, but I can't remember if it was. I tell you, I'm a bit like Christine. I collect paper pads. I'm going to use them. I am going to use them. I never do. I just keep them, I store them, I look at them and I think, one day I'll use it, one day I will. But I always make sure I've got plenty. I'm a bit like Christine for that respect, in the fact that I like to make sure I've got plenty of cardstock to hand, just in case, and I never want things to run out either, so that's another reason why I buy them. So again, I'm just going to pop that on. I've popped it onto my mini plate, so you can see now I've got my pattern cardstock, I've got my S and I've got my A, and I'm going to run that through as well. So again, placing that on and run that through, and again, like it's almost been designed to fit perfectly. Well, it's not almost, it does fit through there perfectly. So again, taking out the inner parts, let's just take that one. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in this lovely pattern cardstock. I'm going to sit them there for a minute, Jo, until I've finished, and then I'll put it all together as well.
Awesome.
So I'm going to now take another bit of cardstock. Let's take this lovely lilac-y bit. Let's take my R. Let's go in there. And then I need lastly my other A. So I'm going to put my other A into there. Where's it gone, Jo? Where's it got? There it is. There it is.
Do you go through like phases when you're crafting, Debbie? So you go like, you know, for like a colourful stage and then a bit less colourful stage, or, you know, a more vintage stage and then a more modern stage?
Yeah, definitely. Variety is the spice of life, Jo. I mean, I love colour. I absolutely love colour. Like I've said, I've shared many a time that my house is very colourful. There is a colour in every single room.
The thing is, did I show you my new kimono that I got, Debbie?
Oh, Jo, your kimono's fabulous.
Talking of colour, I'll share a picture really soon on Facebook and show you. But I've just, you say how much colour you got in your house, and we're both quite colourful people, aren't we?
Absolutely.
But I'm sort of choosing the colours for the new flat, and it's all very blue and grey and black.
Oh,
I'm surprising myself.
You see, that's not for me, Jo. That's not for me. I know it is for people. I'm not going to go down this line that Craig did yesterday with Christmas trees. Let me just tell you, fibre optic girl here. That's all we're going to say. Me and Craig are going to have some words. We're going to have some words. I heard him with the Christmas trees. But
have you got what colour is your fibre optic Christmas tree?
It's Christmas colours: gold, blue, red, and green.
Awesome.
And it looks beautiful.
I'll ask him. I'll tell him that you are annoyed with him next time.
I know. I absolutely. Oh, when I heard him, I'm like, yeah, what? And he was there tip-tapping away. Let me get on that internet. Let me tip-tap away to him. But so talking about colour, Jo, I'm surprised at you because I thought you would have had a lot of colour in your new home. I thought you were going to go down the colourful route.
No,
that's what I thought.
I don't know why. And maybe there will be lots of colour. Maybe the colour will be like accents of colour, Debbie. So maybe there'll be very colourful cushions and very colourful bedding and things like that, and towels and, you know, things on the wall that are colourful. But yeah, I've got like a navy blue sofa and a dark grey kitchen and a dark grey dining table. Everything's all very blue and grey.
It sounds fabulous, Jo. Like I said, I won't diss anybody who likes those kind of colours because everybody's... Wouldn't the world be a boring place if we all like the same thing?
Oh, absolutely.
It would be a really dull, boring place. So it's nice that we have all these different styles and all these different ideas of what we like. But I want to see pictures, Jo. That's what I want to see. Now,
of my house or
of your house? Yes, but it's all colourful. I actually want to come and visit it.
You are more than welcome. Anytime you can come over and visit me, Debbie. You get yourself over the Pennines, and we'll have a riot.
Well, Jo, I'm only literally an hour away from where I live to Manchester.
We will get it in. There's a spare room. The Debbie Robinson suite will be made up in expectation of your arrival, Debbie.
I love it, Jo. Now I'm stamping my butterfly in there. I think I'm going to go with a different butterfly though, Jo. I want to go with the bigger one. I like the bigger one. But this is the thing. You can have a little play around. I'm using the quick dry inks again. So this time I'm going with purple. I don't want it to stand out too much, but I just want to have that little extra detail. So again, just hover over the butterfly wing. Oh yeah, I like that one as well. And then we'll go in with another one. So we'll go in with the R. And we'll take that one and we'll place it over and we'll have a little play. Oh, using your pigment inks. That looks fabulous with your, let's finish with that last butterfly so that it matches. There we go. Won't that look fabulous in pigment ink when you put some clear embossing powder over and do that lovely enamel finish?
I've got a confession, Debbie, for you.
Go on then.
The pigment inks are my favourite ink pads.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well,
I think it is because, you know what I love about them? And I tell you what, it would look great if you did it all over these numbers as well. You know when you just put the pigment ink all over something, like ink up the whole thing, and then you put the clear embossing powder over and then keep doing it till it looks like enamel.
Yes.
I think it's that technique. I think it's one of my favourite things in craft, that technique. So I think that's why the pigment ones I love. And also I just love how vibrant those colours are. I think
they are, yeah. Absolutely they are, Jo. Now again, I'm just going to bring in my tacky glue and I'm going to put that. But again, talking of foam pads, and 3D Kalal glue. In fact, I might do that actually. I might do that on the next one. I'm just going to pop this inside. So you can see now that that fits and has been designed to work in there beautifully. I love it on pattern cardstock. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. The one our Linda did where she used the stamp over, so she used that stamp there, that Harlequin stamp, and she used it over there. I just thought looked absolutely incredible. That looks fabulous. So there's lots of different ways that you can use them, Jo, to make them really, really stand out. But I just think, no matter what you choose, it's all about that personalisation, and that's what I love about these. I think it's very unusual to get hold of Sarah, especially these days. Maybe a few years ago it would have been a bit easier, but it's not so easy now to get hold of names like this. Jo, I think your name is still quite trendy.
Jo.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a Joseph actually, and I really wish I'd have stuck with Joseph now. So my dad is also called Joseph, and he shortened his name to Joe basically. And you know what it's like when you're a kid. You want to be like your dad, don't you? So I naturally wanted to be called Joe from about the age of about 9, but now I think Joseph is a much nicer name than Joe.
I couldn't imagine calling you Joseph though, Jo. I just couldn't imagine you calling that now. You know, I've known you. How long have I known you? Since I started over? Oh gosh.
3 years?
About 2 years. About 2
Yeah.
years. Yeah, about that. Yeah. So I couldn't imagine calling you anything else now. Although Joseph is a lovely
some of the
name.
things you call me sometimes.
Shh, that's for another time. That's for another time.
I'm only joking.
It's usually darling. Is
A
what
darling.
Darling.
Do me a darling, and pour me another glass of champagne, darling.
Now then, I've got my little Sarah all ready, and do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to add a little gem in each one of those butterflies, just to make it pop a little bit. I'll have a little bit of sparkle inside the home decor piece as well. Yeah, like that. I'm liking that.
Where are these gems from that you've got? Are they at your stash?
They are at my stash. Unky Dory do some fabulous ones that we've had on the shows. I must admit to buying a fair few of them because I do love a good gem. I'm absolutely obsessed with gems actually. I don't know why I'm trying to kid. I love gems. Any shape and any size. I absolutely love them. So let's just pop this on, and I'm going to place that one just lastly in there. So now I've got my little Sarah all ready. Do you know I keep knocking things over today, Jo? I don't know what's up with me. Right, there we go. So my Sarah is all ready, but now we need to bring in my home decor piece. So I've been to, and I say a place, I've been to a local shop. How did you know?
Was it B&M?
How did you guess it was that for me first?
The Range, Pound Stretcher, Pound World, any of those places?
Absolutely. It only cost me a couple of quid.
Did it? A couple of quid?
Actually, cost me lots of money. It's for Sarah. Cost me loads. Cost me loads.
You went to Harrods to get it, or we'll tell her you got it from Liberties or somewhere like that.
Yes, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
But to be fair, wherever you are in the world, you know, dollar stores or, you know, any of those places that you go to, it's the sort of places where they sell everything, isn't it? They always have them, and they are very inexpensive. But you could then give it to someone as a gift, and they would think that you'd spent, you know, quite a lot of money on this, Debbie.
Absolutely. Now I've just taken out my box piece that comes with it. The frame comes with it, so it's either an 8x10, which is what I've cut this pattern cardstock down to. But when you add your frame in, I mean, look at the difference that it does when you put the frame in. So all I'm going to do is place these so I know exactly where I'm going to go. But I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit more detail to it because we've got some amazing stamps in both of these. Let me just find the other stamps, Jo. We've got those gorgeous, that I love this one. That
like
is
a honeycomb, isn't it?
Isn't it fabulous? Yeah. So what I'm just going to do now is place that over for a second. And then I'm going to bring this in. How are we doing for time, Jo? Are we all right for time?
Absolutely, yeah.
Fabulous, because I want to create not a masterpiece, but I want to take my time with this because I want to get it right with it being for boss.
Oh, well, have a guess. Have a guess who's just dropped into the comments over on Facebook.
Who? She really?
The boss, yeah.
She really?
She says, tell Debbie, I am loving my frame and I will be putting it up in my office.
I didn't think she'd be watching.
There you are.
I didn't think she'd be watching today. Hello, Sarah. I hope you're having, spending some time with those beautiful boys of yours,
Oh,
and having a well-deserved day off. Literally, she is the hardest working woman I know. An incredible woman to work for as well. I feel like I'm brown nosing now, and I'm not really meaning. Did that sound right? That didn't sound right either.
No,
That didn't sound,
I don't think that's a PC term, but we'll move on anyway.
We'll move on, Joe. Yes,
she
we'll
is
move
a
on.
lovely woman to work for. You are correct though, Debbie. It's lovely that she's watching as well. And this will be going up in her office, so, no pressure, Debbie.
No pressure now, no. And this is one of me on the hoof style crafting, because I wasn't meaning this for Sarah to start with. So, sorry, Joe, but your loss is Sarah's game.
Well, I know. I feel like, I
feel like I've cheated you.
What can I say? It's sorry. Well, the lovely Linda made me a card, didn't she? Linda from
She
London, which
did,
looks beautiful.
indeed.
So I guess I'll make do. It's very busy as we start to move towards the end of this show now. And remember, this was a really recent launch. It's been ever so popular. If you do want to get your hands on it, remember you're getting absolutely loads in here. You're getting the uppercase, you're getting the lowercase, you're getting the numbers, and you're getting all the stamps you need. And I think this will be one of those sets, Debbie, where you'll make something for someone and they'll be like, where did you get that from? Or where does that come from? And then people will start asking you to make stuff. Because I think it's unusual, isn't it, to see the alphabet and the butterflies together.
Yes, it is. It really is. And this is what honestly, I just adore this collection. I love the fact that it's all intertwined as well. I don't know what it is about butterflies, Joe. I love the real thing as well. Honestly, I absolutely love my butterflies. And I do love them really, really truthfully. My kids hate them. They can't, when you go to butterfly houses and things like that, they're like, no, Mum, I'm not going in. I'm straight in there. I am straight in there because I absolutely love them. But these are fabulous. And it's that fact that you can personalise these to absolutely anything you want to personalise. And that is what I love about this collection, Joe. It really is a fabulous collection. So to Leanne and the team, whoever designed it, I just think is incredible. And I love a good alphabet, Joe. Can't help it.
Fabulous. I've had a comment again from the boss who slid back into the comments. She says, yes, I am lying on the couch watching you both on the big telly, having a lovely relaxing day at home with the boys. I'm glad to see Debbie is taking her time and getting it perfect. I expect nothing less. No pressure, Debbie. No pressure.
No pressure. None whatsoever, Joe. None whatsoever. She's watching every move we make. But look.
Well, Paulette says clearly Sarah keeps her eyes on everything. She always watches us two very closely, I can assure you, Debbie.
Now I'm just going to see now when I put my frame over, do I need to add anything else? Might just add a couple of little more down in the bottom corner, but I absolutely love this idea of using on any of our cards that we make, any of our cardstock that we produce now, especially the paper pads, Joe, we tend to leave it uncoated. So that means you can do things like this. Imagine using your pigment inks over the top and doing that embossing detail like Joe mentioned earlier. How incredible would that look? That would look fabulous. But honestly, this is what you can do. And then these are the quick dry, Joe. The minute I lift that off and I start to run my fingers across, that is not moving anywhere. It's literally, that's it. It stays on there. It's instant. It's quick. It dries within nanoseconds. It is super, super fast. But yeah, honestly, any of your techniques. That's why we keep it uncoated, Joe, because that's what we like to do. We'll be able to add that extra little bit of detail, and I love it. There's even little bees on there, Joe. I absolutely love this. So for popping this all together, I'm going to place this just over the top. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift these butterfly wings off as well, because I've got a box frame. I can lift them off. And again, I'm just going to place that over where I want it to be. So before I stick anything down, literally position everything into place so that you know when you're going to put it in your frame, it's going to be absolutely perfect. And I just think it's just beautiful, this. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to use my hot glue gun to put these into place. There we go. Pop a couple of what's that word Sarah uses?
Globules.
Globules, thank you. Thank you. Globules. I like that word. And then I'm just going to pop that into place and hold that down. Absolutely fabulous.
Isn't it gorgeous? So would you then pop something? So it's going to go back in the frame, isn't it?
It is, yes. Going to go back in the frame. It really is. Yep. So
does
again,
it need to be a box frame? So it's those?
No.
Doesn't need to be.
You can use any frame. You can use flat frames if you want, and you can keep the butterfly wings flat if that's what you want to do. I just wanted to add a little bit bit of dimension with my words. So again, so I'm using my glue gun there, but then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to bring in, because I want to lift me A and me R off a little bit more. Does that make sense? I'm going to lift them off more. So again, and that's just framing it so that I know that I've got that into place. And it's just before it holds and sticks down. There we go, perfect. So I'm just going to bring in a foam pad. Let's just bring that in. And let's lift that off a little bit more.
You are, I feel like Craig must set you a challenge with these foam pads.
Oh, I know.
You've turned over a foamy leaf.
I have, haven't I?
You really have.
I have. I didn't, you know, I never realised I had done, but I have, yes.
Monica says she loves watching all your demos. She says you're so good at them.
Oh, thank
Debbie.
you. That's
Crafting
very
with
kind of
Stacey
you.
as well says, well, I have to say it's been an absolute pleasure spending my afternoon with you all. It truly has. It's been a pleasure having you with us, Stacey. Melissa says, well, I'm loving these butterfly alphabets. Butterflies always remind me of my dear mum. She loved them. I had a great selection of things with butterflies on, including card stamps as well. When I went to Vietnam, I don't know what it is about the butterflies in Vietnam, but I was in this place, Debbie, and they were like birds. They were huge. They were like the size of the palm of my hand, and they flew all around your heads. Heads? I've only got one head. All around your head. But they were absolutely gorgeous. And it's something about butterflies within crafting. They've always been popular, Debbie, haven't they? Which means they will always be ever popular. It's not like you're buying into a trend with these. You know that these are going to be your go-to for many, many years. So I think it does make them really great value.
Absolutely it does. And do you know what, Joe? My beloved, God rest her soul, Auntie Jean, who was responsible for getting me into crafting, to be fair, Joe, if truth be known. But yes, honestly, this would have been right up her street. She loved a butterfly. But truth be told, she used to hide lots of mistakes, bless her. And I used to say to her, don't worry, a butterfly will cover it up. It literally will. But now look what we're talking. We're talking butterflies that take centre stage. Now I'm just going to explain what I've done with these. I've actually double layered me foam pads up this time because I want to lift it off even more. So my A's are a little bit more lifted off. I'm just going to keep that into place so that I know that I'm quite central there. That looks quite straight there from what I'm looking at. Absolutely. There we go. So I'm going to lift that back off again. And do you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to put a few little gems just around the outside of my frame. And I'm not going to add anything else to it, Joe, because I think literally, let's pop that on. Yeah, we'll pop that. Well, yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. And I'll start bringing these up. But honestly, we do lots of gems on the website, not just Hunky Dory. Go and check the website out because you'll find lots of beautiful gems on there.
Yeah, there's loads of them there for you on the website, so do go and check those out. That's really lovely, Debbie. I'm really loving that. Whilst you're blinging that up, do you mind if I just take a moment, Debbie, just to recap some of the things we've seen on the show so far?
Absolutely, Joe. You go for it.
So the Butterfly Alphabet and Numbers die collection with 142 elements. That really has been the start of the show. Loads of you shopping for this through the course of the last couple of hours. £111, $140. You're getting that gorgeous mint green cardstock in there too. Now, you will get a bonus 250 Club Inspire points with this as well, which is amazing. Also, remember, talking of Club Inspire, Platinum members can get over £22 or $28 off of this. Everyone will get free postage and packaging, and everyone will get free shipping and handling. So really, loads of reasons to get this. And as we've been talking about all the way through the show, they're going to be ever popular. It is not a trend. Butterflies are here to stay. So you're going to get a lot of mileage out of that collection right there. Now, more alphabets for you as well. Remember the balloon alphabet that we had on the show, £52 or $82. You've got all of your alphabets, you've got your numbers, and then what you've got as well is all the embellishing sort of stamps and dies that you'll need in that third set there to enable you to create the most beautiful, exquisite, full finish projects. £52 or £82 for that. Those double-sided box dies, always popular whenever we feature these. You've got the square, which creates 3 sizes, and the hexagon, which creates 2 sizes. 40% of the big stock here has gone. £45 or $58 is your price. The triangle and rectangle box, £45 or $58 again for these, also very popular. All of the alphabets that you've seen will work beautifully as well through your Gemini Mini, the manual die cutting machine. But remember, it may be small in size, but it's got that word on it, Gemini, which means it's going to cut perfectly and precisely every single time, and it's going to be packed full of pressure which is what you want. We had a great adhesive collection available on the show as well, and this is a really great sort of comprehensive bundle. You got the all-purpose, the tacky, you got the 3D glue gel, and you've got both those tape pens. You're getting the regular and you're getting the dotty in there. You're pretty much taken care of there with all your adhesive needs, which is brilliant. $17.50 or $29 for those ones. Great deal on our ink pads at the moment. It is the quick dry ink pads that we've got on this show. They're on a 3 for 2. Now, normally you'd have to buy like a 29-piece bundle to get a 30 or 35% discount. We are giving you a third off when you buy 3. So you can get any 3 for $4.99 or $6.95. It means you can get 3 ink pads for less than £10 or less than $14. And also our colour families are made up in 3. So if you're missing a few colour families, this will be a great way and a great time for you to stock up and complete that collection that you might have. How are you getting on over there, Debbie?
I'm nearly done, Joe. I've just literally popping all my pieces back in. I've gemmed everything with an inch of its life. I love the
Bejeweled?
gems. All bejeweled, yes, all bejeweled for our lovely
Do you know
Sarah.
there's companies, you can send objects to them and they cover them as Swarovski crystals for you and send them back?
Really?
Like shoes and handbags and all sorts of things, yeah.
Oh, absolutely fabulous. There we go. So I've actually framed my lovely Sarah now. So you can see there. Let me just hold that down for a second and I'll try not to drop it because I haven't quite fastened it in just yet. But just look how beautiful that is. It really is lovely. And when you do it with pattern papers and then add these stamps all the way around, it can really make a very beautiful home decor piece. And that is exactly what I wanted to do with this. So Joe, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind me changing that over for our lovely Sarah because I just wanted to say, she's always telling us how much she appreciates us, but I want to tell her how much I appreciate her.
Aww.
She truly changed my life 4 years ago when I came to work for Crafter's Companion, so that's a little thank you to her because I love her so very much.
Oh, that's so sweet. I would love to say, yes, I'm annoyed, but she's watching now, so I can't really, can I? So you've kind of put me on the spot here. It's absolutely fine, Debbie. Debbie, right, when are you back on Crafters TV?
I am back in the morning, Joe, and I'm really looking forward to it because I've got a brand new launch that I'm going to be
you're gonna have
sharing
to
with
tell us
you
now.
all. Can I?
Yeah,
it's all
go
about
for it.
sentiments, mix and match sentiments. So yes, I hope you can join me. I keep saying tomorrow morning. I've got to stop saying tomorrow morning. Well, it's tomorrow afternoon for us here in the UK, but tomorrow morning for all our lovely American friends and family over there. So I hope you can join myself and Derek because we've got a great show lined up. And then also, last chance or second chance Sunday as we call it, it's return of Jan. Jan's going to be here, so I'm going to get to see her tomorrow, which I'm really excited about.
Jan will be back in the building.
She will
Derek will be
indeed.
here tomorrow. And then you've got to make sure you tune in on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday because Ben will be here. So make sure you come and give Ben loads and loads of love on his first day on Monday. He'll be up with Sarah all day Monday and all day Tuesday. And there's loads of great shows coming your way. Debbie will be back on Wednesday. I am off for a little cheeky hollybobs for a few days. So I'll see you back here on Thursday when Fiona will be back here. I mean, we're really mixing it up, aren't we, next week? Fiona's going to be back for a Inkpad 101 masterclass with myself. And then there's a very special 3-hour Sarah Cartload coming your way on Thursday as well. So I'll see you back here for that. Is it HSM preview week next week as well? Oh, it's going to be a fabulous week. Right, have a great day if you are across in the States. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you back here on Thursday. Take care.